Street Champs, come get put on. Episode 38 of the show. How you guys doing tonight?
Doing
Good.
good
as always.
You do that every episode, and I always don't know what to say.
I know. It's always like
Who's gonna go first?
the cop just asked you, how's your night going after he pulled you over?
I'm okay. How are you?
Should I change the intro?
No, I like it.
No.
Let's roll with it.
It's a lot better than our old intro. I feel like the more sponsors we got, you were finally like, all right, I need to save the sponsors.
Yeah.
Because before, it was like, real quick before we get started, Rocky Mountain Blaze,
Yeah.
Big Bear Wine and Liquor. And every time we had to restart an intro, it was because we got mixed up on the sponsors.
Oh shit.
That was hilarious. You had like 5 in a row, bro, and you were killing it, but like I thought you were gonna have aneurysm, bro. Like it was serious.
Bro, I'll sell my soul for a sponsor.
Oh yeah.
But I'm doing pretty good. How you guys doing?
Doing good.
Better than ever.
We got some new people around the table. Sydney, you said you're working?
Yeah.
Yeah, you told me some crazy stories about Matilda or whatever her name is.
We'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, got Christian.
What's going on, guys?
You guys might know him from, you won Pueblo's Got Talent, right?
Yeah.
What?
Nice.
See, this is the stuff you gotta tell me when I come in here.
Surprise, surprise.
Playlist for him.
Yeah, he won Pueblo's Got Talent. He's a up-and-coming star out of Pueblo, Colorado. Fucking this guy right here.
No wonder
yeah.
Ricky's not here. This is the guy that beat him.
He's Ricky's replacement.
Oh shit!
Shit.
Sorry, Rick.
I appreciate that, bro.
Take his videos off the sponsor roll.
That's hilarious. And we got Sydney.
And
You also won Pueblo's Got Talent.
oh yeah. For what?
She was like, "What year?" I might have been.
What? I'd love to know.
I may or may not been there.
Same.
You got any special talents?
No.
You're just not gonna elaborate on that, or was that a setup for a
Open-ended
joke?
question.
Wait, did you?
It
Her
wasn't-
winning Pueblo's Got Talent?
Oh,
or-
that was
It
yours.
wasn't a good joke. I'm not good at anything.
Cut.
I told her I was funny, and she was like,
No.
I haven't laughed
told him-
once.
I told him I only.
I've been
laugh
dyed
at,
over here the whole
what I
time. This
think's
guy's a
funny.
master in guy humor, bro.
But I feel like I've been having her laugh this whole time that she's been here, so I don't know if he's just not funny.
No. He's had me laugh like one time.
Deryk, to be fair, I was laughing my ass off earlier,
For like
bro.
the 4 hours.
"Thank you."
No problem.
God damn.
I wasn't listening then.
How are you doing, Delilah? You doing good? Why have you not been
She tried to
here?
put her hair up there.
Yeah, bro.
Like, let me just
So nonchalant.
get into it.
Show
She's
'em.
all still
I only have
in
one hand for the hair flip, so it's a little.
Gotta throw that.
Yeah, I've been good. No,
Nice.
just kidding. Well, I missed 2 weeks because I had COVID.
We missed you.
Yeah, thanks. You guys always say that, but I low key every time I come back, I feel like everybody's mad at me for being gone. So I always like walk back in all nervous, like somebody's gonna yell at me.
Who's gonna yell at you, Winston?
Fuck.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my god.
Winston's definitely the hard ass.
Require a doctor's note to do.
Right? I'm waiting. Those days, they're coming. But yeah, no, it was a rough time. The CDC says like wait 5 days and then it's just whenever your symptoms stop, right? Well, Friday I couldn't come. I was still having symptoms. But Sunday I woke up. I was like, I'm feeling great. And our buddy Sean had just got into town from Arizona. He just moved back.
Shout out Sean. He looks
Yeah.
really high.
You doing good over there, bud?
Yeah.
And then we also had another friend in town from Grand Junction, and it's been a long time since I got like really fucked up, So I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go all the way tonight. Not gonna hold back. We decided to like go to this park by our house, which also has like a river next to it. So like in pursuit of a safe spot to swim, because the Arkansas is really high right now, we were looking for a nice little spot to swim. We went to this little place in Canyon called Black Bridge. And
I don't like
Me-
the way you said black.
Oh, we're talking about the racist guy who. Oh wait, that wasn't on camera. That wouldn't make sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're all here for it. Oh no.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
We know. We know.
What
So
happened?
she was like, "Is it because I'm black?"
And you
literally
walked
just
out the
walked
room.
away. And I said, "See how he didn't say anything?" And then you still proceeded to say nothing.
I didn't even
And
hear you.
Really? I felt like I said it pretty loud.
Street Champs is racist.
He's lying.
Cancel culture, do your thing.
Deryk is racist. I
Yeah.
just want to clarify.
He said some pretty crazy shit already that some people are probably like, yeah, no.
Some out of pocket shit for sure, but
Homophobic, sexist, racist, just
damn.
No.
Who?
We always
Winston? Not me.
Not me.
I'm pretty open-minded.
Anyways, I'm injured, guys. Let's not forget.
She's broken.
This bitch right now.
I know I'm so hot for some reason. I don't know
You
why.
really are.
The air's on.
She said you really are.
But yeah, so us being drunk, we were like, hey, let's climb on this bridge. You know, what's the worst that could happen? And so in order to get on it, we had to there was like a fucking 5-foot concrete slab we had to climb up to get on the bridge. And so we all climbed up on that. And then I think I was the first one coming down, right? Yeah, so
Well, you fell, so.
She was like, yeah, I was really the first one.
I was getting there.
waiting around to climb back.
I know, come on, I'm trying to build it up. But no, to be honest, I don't really know what happened because I was really drunk. But I just knew that I grabbed Evan's hand and then I stepped down. I think what happened was I stepped down off the bridge onto the concrete slab, and maybe I either slipped off the slab or I just completely missed it and just stepped off into nothingness. Just fell down 6 to 7 feet straight onto a big ass fucking rock. All I remember hitting was my knees, but apparently when they looked down at me, I was arms up, face down on the ground with
how
both
they
arms.
draw out the body.
Yes, exactly.
Bring out the chalk lines.
That's what my friend Allie, that's how she explained it to me. I was just both arms over my head, face down on the ground. So to be honest with you, I don't know what the fuck happened to my shoulder.
She was like, I didn't feel it until the morning.
No, I mean, it definitely hurt, but I didn't realize just how much it hurt until I
Yeah.
woke up the next day. To be honest, when I got home, I was more worried about how fucking drunk I was because I kept puking. And I just remember I was in the room with Evan, and I just remember crying and puking and being like, I don't want to throw up anymore. Yeah. And then I woke up the next morning and realized I couldn't lift my arm at all. And I thought I had fucked up my ankle really bad too because I was having a hard time walking. But it's been a few days now. My ankle is better. Both my knees feel a little bit better, but I still can't move my arm. So
Praying for a speedy
Yeah.
recovery.
yeah.
Most
I
definitely.
finally went to
Thoughts and
urgent
prayers.
care.
Thoughts and prayers.
Yeah. I went to urgent care today and got some x-rays, but they weren't able to definitively say what was there, so now I have to go to the orthopedic surgeon to find out what's wrong. So they just gave me this sling because I was walking around just like this.
I'm all, damn bitch, you didn't come see me.
I know. Fuck you guys. Marty would know what's up.
I know, I was like, I would have put you in a whole straight leg brace.
Push me around in a
I know, I
wheelchair.
would have had you all set up, had the wind blowing in your hair with that. I got you.
Right. Yeah, no. It sucked, and now I can't work. I thought I was only going to be out of work for about a week, but that was when I was still drunk. When I woke up sober the next day and actually looked at the gash on my knee, I was like, oh yeah, that's going to take a lot longer than a week to heal. So, yeah.
When you fell, did you laugh or cry? Some people laugh when they get hurt really bad. Some people cry.
So at first, I don't think I cried at all, right? Yeah, no. The first thing, I didn't remember this until Evan brought it up to me the next morning, was I remember after I fell, Evan was like, oh my God, babe, are you okay? And I was like, yeah. I can't find my glasses though because my glasses flew off my face and I can't fucking see. So I had to wait for Evan to come down to give me my glasses to get up off the ground.
Thank God they're not broken either.
Right,
Shit.
my glasses didn't take a single hit, I don't think. Just the rest of them.
Just another inconvenience to add to the shit list of that experience.
Literally, yeah. It was terrible. But no, I was all walking back the whole night like, what do you mean? I'm fine.
One arm just dangling down.
I know, I'm like 7
doing the
foot
chicken
bridge
wing.
can't take me out. Evan's all like carrying me home. I'm like limping. And I just remember like, I didn't want to look like a pussy, you know? So I was like, Psh, I'm good.
Oh
But no.
shit!
Everybody's like, yeah.
Yeah, I was not good.
Not good.
I was not good at all.
That's hilarious.
How are you?
I'm okay. We've
You're all
been.
considering her week.
I know. Shit.
That's the
Damn.
most eventful week I've had.
Yeah, that's quite the
In a while.
experience there.
That's pretty crazy.
I want to speak on it. We've missed you, and no one's ever gonna yell at you for missing a
Thanks.
bunch of weeks.
I always feel bad because
'Cause-
nobody ever misses as much as I do, but so
There's always
Well,
a
you're
seat.
here now, so it's
There's always
okay.
a seat for you, Delilah.
thanks.
You know, you're
Cheers to that.
you're the OG here.
Here we go.
Thanks.
And everyone should subscribe so Delilah can have a job.
Right, yeah, get us monetized.
Yeah, you'll
For
always
real.
have a job at Street.
Yeah, so I can survive the next month.
I think are we at 800?
No, 784.
784.
Something like that.
Fucking almost 200 away. Let's fucking get there, dog.
Love
Let's
it.
fucking get there.
Oh my gosh.
We're gonna get there,
I
but
was
help
like-
us get there faster.
I kind of feel you in a sense, dude. I kind of had a weekend like that. And
That's my friend.
I know, I was like, what the fuck is this? Dude, so I had gone out with my best friend was in town and stuff like that, and so she lives in Wyoming. So we went to Denver to watch these like amateur boxing fights. So we've seen, I am a tequila drinker. That's really all I like to drink. And so I ordered a margarita, but they had it in like a pitcher, like pre-made and everything. And I'm like, at least shake it up before you pour it. And she didn't, so it was disgusting. So I was like, all right, whatever. So then I switched to like a Crown and Coke. They ran out of Crown and Coke, and all they had was like pretty much like vodka, cranberry Red Bulls or some shit like that. And I don't do well with vodka, and so but I did it. Because I'm down for the vibe. I'm down for the night. You know what I mean? So I mixed my liquor. Fucking lost my phone. Woke up the next morning. Even, like, right now, I could barely turn my neck right there. See, and he was talking shit. I couldn't wear the glasses, and then he's going to put them on right now.
He's got the glasses over his glasses.
I know.
Deryk is a
That's swag,
tyrant.
dude.
Hater. I hate him. And, dude, I couldn't even lift my arm up to like right. I still can't even fully lift my arm versus like up like that.
Right.
See how it's like stiff?
You sounds like you need a deep tissue massage, girl.
That's what I'm saying. Like, dude, like
gotcha.
I can't even do that. But then it was like I could even feel it to where it would shoot from this side to that side. And so to think, fucking, I felt like that too. And then I literally that next day I had to go to work, and I had a patient that 400 pounds, foul, had to use a gait belt to like.
Oof.
Dude, I think I strained my shit even more. Like, I felt it on my right side the next day.
Oh fuck! I'm sorry, dude. I'm just fucking up your cat underneath the table, stretching out my legs.
What are you
Yeah, bro,
doing?
chill.
I'm
bro.
sorry, dog.
Don't even worry. She'll fuck you up back if she really
I guess
wanted
so. She really likes
Look,
me.
it's falling. This is falling apart.
Yeah,
Shit.
it's because everyone.
That's because of you.
No.
I'm just kidding.
You gotta pinch it. You gotta pinch
Look,
it.
it's
where,
like completely falling
You have to
apart.
hold it all stupid. That's why.
you gotta pinch it where the fucking where you
What
lick
is
it.
this, like, the
Yeah, I
fourth
don't know.
fucking
There's
one he's
some-
fucked up? You're on, like, a 3-week bad
It's a
roll
lot,
right
bro.
now.
In his defense, the one that we were smoking before you guys got here was pretty pristine.
It was
It
pretty
was.
good.
Yeah,
honestly,
it was good.
stayed
When you get
together
more
I don't even want to
the
talk about my
whole
week
time.
anymore. That is
Damn, she's like, just take a shit on my weekend.
to add to it. I'm like,
You got wait. Let me
Respectfully, I will go fuck myself.
just. You gotta pinch it like where the seam is.
I have never
Teach
had to
him
do that
lesson.
before. I have never had to do that shit with any.
That better not come apart on my thing, bro. I'm gonna be a little sad.
On your hand.
Anyways, yeah.
Like
so
when I'm
that
trying
was
to take
my
my
week.
hit?
I don't
Yeah.
know if I finished this shit.
Fuck him.
Oh, so you're just gonna fuck up rotation.
It was. I didn't even get to hit it yet
She'll
'cause I
go
was trying
straight
to tell my
to
story.
you.
Respect.
Promise. I got you.
We're
Appreciate
never gonna
you.
make
You
it to the end of this episode.
We're never gonna make it to the prompts, nothing.
Should we just get into the topics?
No, I want to talk about my week.
Okay.
Damn, we're all just talking about weeks now. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I want to talk about my week. So my week. You guys, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm pretty on.
Much appreciated.
I'm pretty on other podcasts in Colorado, and hey, A1 missed his schedule. He said it was gonna be a week, and it's been longer than a week. I was very excited for it, and I haven't seen it yet. You know, I was.
Oh, you were on another podcast?
No,
I'm good.
no. Hey, A1 was is that videographer that was gonna start a podcast. I think his laptop broke, but you know, and that's just. I know when that comes out, that's gonna be like a big competition.
Sucks for him.
So he hasn't released one podcast yet?
No.
Oh, okay.
His
How did
schedule
you
was
hear?
all fucked up.
Gotcha,
He's pretty
gotcha.
vocal on Facebook.
Yeah, he's pretty busy, right? He's a pretty popular videographer in Colorado.
Yeah, he's like, dare I argue? Oh, this just sparked my mind. R.I.P. Little Travioso from Parkside. He died last night. I don't know how he died, but up and coming. I would say like one of the top 5 up and coming artists coming from Colorado.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
he had
And he
a
died
daughter.
last
How'd
night?
he
He had
die?
a daughter.
Damn.
I don't know. I mean, if I was assuming through his music, gang related, because he's banging fucking. I don't know what P is. Parkside. I don't know if that's I don't know what's going on there, but I just know him because of his music.
Well, R.I.P. him.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
But
How old was he?
You know, I don't know. He was definitely in his 20s, bro.
Yeah.
But he was in that life, and I know Hey A1 did a lot of his videos, but yeah.
That's really sad. There's so many young people dying nowadays, dude.
I know.
I even seen a video of I couldn't tell you how old either, but he was definitely in his 20s. It was in Manhattan, and they were in like a little bodega, and I don't know what had happened. I didn't fully read the article, but it had to deal with like this man's girlfriend. Either the cashier had like snatched chips out of her hand, or they couldn't pay for it, and so that's why he took it away or something like that. And so the boyfriend came in, it wasn't even his kid, and the boyfriend came in and was like, got behind the counter and was like arguing with the cashier. The cashier got out a knife, like started stabbing him, and then that guy died.
Jesus Christ.
There was
Over.
actually a kid in Canyon that we went to school with last week or the week before that died at a house party. He got stabbed multiple times in the chest.
I heard about that. Why?
Yeah. No idea. Just probably some dumbass fight broke out, or
And that's the worst thing. Like, you don't even know somebody, and you could just have bump into him and then be drunk, be like, what the fuck happened? Yeah.
The kid was like 21, and the guy was in like his mid 30s, I think. Yeah, and the really sad part, I mean, the whole thing's
Good,
fucking
thank
sad, obviously, but just to add fucking insult to injury, that the kid that died was there with his best friend at the time. So when the cops showed up, his best friend had warrants. So when they arrested the killer, they arrested him too, and he had to sit in the jail cell with the dude that just killed his best friend. Yeah.
I mean, if he was a real one, I mean,
Did he do- yeah, did
he,
he-
he would have slid for Vaughn. If he was like, if
The
he,
fuck are you talking about?
Dude,
you know, like-
that fucking, that's what I'm saying. Did he beat his fucking ass? Because I'd be like, I'd be getting charges on top of that, too.
I don't know, dude. I haven't heard anything so far.
Really?
The only reason I heard about it is because
if they kill my best friend, if they kill Winston, and I'm in the same jail cell as them, oh, I'm going off on them, bro.
Facts.
Facts.
Same, Deryk. I got you, dog.
Like, I'm gonna
Me and Deryk
slide.
actually went to prison one time.
shut
Show him that tat, Deryk, that I gave you.
That tramp stamp,
y'all
Yeah,
would
yeah, yeah.
fucking die.
Yeah, yeah.
bro.
Get out, dude. Let me see it.
It's all Ray. Fucked me.
It's like-
Ray fucked me.
Okay, all right. Let's settle down for a
Ray
second.
fucked me.
Anyways,
Is that off like the longest yard?
Scary movie too.
yeah. Never mind. I can't go back after Ray fucked me. There's no way to come back from that.
I'm just saying, like, if my best friend was to get murdered and then I was in the same room as the
well,
murderer,
we don't know what happened.
I thought you just said what happened.
No,
No,
but
I don't.
just say
That's
after
all
what
I
happened.
know. Everything after that, I don't even know why the kid got stabbed. I don't know what happened
Yeah.
before. I don't know what happened after. The only reason I knew what happened is because the mom of the kid who died does
like-
my mom's
I
hair.
feel like you made it worse.
No. That made
If
it
anything,
better.
Delilah, you look hot. Yeah.
You got like
Thank you.
you got like a hair
That
sticking
just
out.
goes to
No,
prove
that took the
that
bump
Derek's
away.
just a natural fucking hater, no matter what.
Derek doesn't know anything
Are you a
about
troll,
girls.
Derek?
I feel like I'm pretty honest with these people here.
Derek doesn't believe in the
Yeah.
clitoris.
So I
we're
asked
going
him
back on
before
that
we got
tangent.
on,
Okay,
and I
change the
was-
topic.
Wait, Mariah,
No.
Mariah, get this off.
Derek doesn't believe
I
in the
was like-
clitoris. Don't listen to him.
The clitoris is not real.
What?
And that's why Derek gets no bitches.
The female orgasm is a myth.
Okay. Okay, that says
You
a lot
tell
about
him,
you.
boss.
That says a lot about you, buddy.
So before we got on, I was like, because this is the first time I've had my hair in like a high bun on here, so and I know I have a big forehead, so I was like, hey, does my forehead
Same,
look big?
bro.
Does my forehead look
Fuck no, you got the
What'd I
baby
say? I
hairs
said-
to
And that's
cover
what I said,
it.
but I was like, bitch, I got an extra. I was like,
Not me. All my
He was
baby
like,
hairs just.
No, not at all. And I said no for real because if I see one comment, and I'm not even gonna repeat it because if I see one comment, I'm never coming on.
Is it the airplane comment?
No, it's So a lot of people send me the video of Kevin Gates when he's in that interview and he's like something about Rihanna. He was like, I'll kiss her on her forehead, and he's like, mwah.
Guys, if she ever started talking up to me, like, kiss you on your fucking.
Kiss you on your forehead.
No.
And I literally have had people be like, you're so cute with your Rihanna forehead ass. I'm like, literally,
I don't think you have a big forehead.
Oh my
I feel
God.
like my forehead looks way bigger than yours.
It might be bigger than Rihanna's.
Honestly, I might be catfishing y'all. My forehead be big as shit.
Well, you see,
Your
you guys.
forehead is literally like so
No.
nice. Like,
Oh.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
And the edges frame it perfectly.
See, and that's what she said, or someone
I'm
said.
just kidding.
No, but you guys want to talk shit about it, but you guys get to wear hats to cover your big ass forehead. Pull your hair up exactly.
yeah, that's
Hairline check for
Okay. You guys get to wear hats.
Let me.
Girls just don't look good in
Guys'
hats.
hats are girls' makeup.
Well, and I could.
I think guys' beard is girls' makeup.
That too.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, then men are hatfish too, because there be some
Yes.
fine fools out there, and then they take their hat off, and like either they're balding. Nothing's wrong with being bald, because I respect
You
being
shouldn't
bald.
wear hats because you're gonna go bald earlier.
Yeah.
Well, that's
So
the
you
thing though
shouldn't
too.
wear
Like,
hats.
I'm not a big hat wearer. The reason why I wear it is because I didn't feel like doing my hair for this podcast, and I was
Fair
trying to
enough.
look pretty.
There you
So-
go.
Put it back on if you want.
Thanks, boo. Appreciate you.
No, I mean I don't care. I'm just saying. You guys.
Okay.
Bow.
We have to get
bow.
bangs, and guess what? Some girls don't look good with bangs to
Oh,
cover up their
I have
Yeah.
curtain bangs, but they're at least like to right here. They've grown out a lot to where I do shit to like frame my face. Because
Yeah,
they
but-
say, have you seen things to where like women they'll just have like straight hair and they just look so bland, and then they'll do like layers.
That's
and,
what
like,
I need
shit
to get
frame
to
their
cover
face.
my fucking
And it makes them look
gizzard.
so completely different. No, like no hair color change, nothing like that. But even doing simple shit like that.
Presentation is huge. It does change your whole entire appearance.
That's what I hate
Absolutely.
about sitting on this side of the table is that I'm faced this way the whole time, so you see my double chin from
Hold
the
on,
camera.
It's not there.
Oh, my nose ring. I was fucking with my nose
okay,
ring.
I was like, I ain't seen something on top of your. Yeah. I was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, I do that. I do that from time to
I
time.
love it.
Yeah. Speaking of big bumps, if you're trying to get laid and impregnate some women, some nice female bitches,
What?
you're gonna want to go
What
to
sponsor is he
Out the
about?
Box Studios
Okay,
and make the best.
I was scared for
You're
a
gonna
second.
want to make the best rap song, hip hop song, and really any genre of song that you want to make at Out the Box Studios, and you're gonna get those bumps going. You're gonna be Roe versus Wade in this bitch out the motherfucker. So that's Out the Box Studios, and you can mention Street Champs and get $5 off your first hour.
Yeah,
Facts.
but what did you mean by that exactly?
That's why I'm like,
I think it would be best to move on.
He's like, I plead the fifth.
No, I mean that's a
were
good
talking
ad
about
read. You know,
bumps?
speaking
what's
of good
the-
ad reads, you want to get into this next one or should I?
Go for
Grayscale?
it.
Yeah.
Shit, let me tell you all about Greyscale because just before we started recording this podcast today, there were a couple fools in here talking about how their tattoos were so heavy-handed. They were like, oh, that shit hurt way too much. And, you know, the whole time I was thinking, y'all should have just went to Greyscale.
I know.
You never have to worry about that because you'll never have to worry about walking around with busted-ass tattoos. You'll never have to worry about, is my girl gonna think I'm a loser? Is my guy gonna think I'm a loser because I got these ugly ass tattoos? You don't want your grandma to disown you. So it's not too late to schedule a banger appointment at Greyscale Tattoo and switch to a professional artist that cares about you and their art. Greyscale Tattoo Collective, invest in your tattoos, invest in yourself.
Boom.
Because you are worth it.
Good ad read. One take, Jake.
Nice.
That's me.
Yes.
Good job.
Would you-
Cheers to that.
Yes. Did we get through everyone's weeks?
Yeah.
Winston?
I think so.
No, you didn't talk about your week.
We just chilled. Fucking. We didn't really do too much. Went to Springs. Fucking checked out some places in Springs.
I forgot to talk about something. During my week, me and Evan just celebrated our 3-year anniversary. Thank you.
Fire.
Thanks.
Happy late anniversary.
Thank you.
Who here is single?
Ha! Losers!
I won't bully you guys like that. Like, you guys are fucking golden pieces.
Oh, please.
You
Y'all
guys-
just haven't been here long enough.
21. So
Just wait. Winston will bully you.
Wait, Sydney, you only what?
I'm only 21, so like.
What does that mean?
So why should I like be in a committed relationship
That's
like,
how I-
right now at this moment when like
Be a free
the guys my age, like maybe it depends, like sure if there is somebody, but like right now at this moment, am I thinking about kids? Not at 21. I'm thinking about what am I gonna do for like the next year and a half? Like I'm planning on making money. I already own my car, so I plan on owning a house next. And then after that, sure, maybe. But am I gonna own a house here?
In the blow?
Probably not. Yeah. And probably
bow,
not.
kaboom.
I'd rather like, even if it's still in Colorado, because I love it here. And I would love to still be able to see my friends here. But in Pueblo, not necessarily, because I love new people. I'd rather like move somewhere, new people.
I feel like you would do really good in like Boise.
The fuck?
Where's that?
Idaho?
Idaho is so saturated in LDS.
If it's not here, it's Arizona.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're in
Well,
Arizona.
then it's like
babe.
also like being 21, like, and especially if you don't plan on staying here, why would you try to even commit here? But then also when I was 21, I was living my fucking life, but that was also after I got out of that relationship that we.
You were a mom.
I've seen too much. I've
I'm a
seen
mom?
too much
You-
shit.
No, you were a mom. You were a stepmom.
No, that relationship from like 5 years ago.
Oh.
That was when I was like 20, like 19, like past 21 and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Whatever
So
it is,
being in a
fuck
committed
those
relationship at 21, absolutely not. Don't fucking do it. Live your life.
No.
Because after that, I traveled so much, I did so much, and I lived for me, and it was so fucking great.
Well, in those years, you're still trying to figure out who the fuck you are, too.
Absolutely.
go.
Like,
Like, you
why-
just transition so much. Even right now, I'm 25, and I still am changing, and like I feel like I'm even right now in the process.
Shit, I
of
was just
changing.
joking about calling y'all losers. Damn.
No, I think this is a good topic. I really think this is a good topic to kind of like tangent on, you know?
It's not about that. And
I know, I'm
No,
just
I
fucking
don't
with you.
care, but it's more of a fact, like, people really need to realize, like, your life isn't about, like, spending your time with somebody and, like,
Amen.
worrying about what someone else is doing. Like, what are you going to be doing? What do you care about doing? Like, who are you as a person? What do you care about? And, like, right now, the only two things I care about is, like, making money and doing what makes me happy. And, like, the few things that make me happy, like, I can afford. And I'm still able to save up for the things I'm planning on doing in the future. And I'm only 21, and that's all I care about. Like,
Yes, Sydney.
Yo, we
So
need.
my
you know,
question
Better
is
than me,
though.
I was irresponsible as fuck as 21.
I mean, I still
I did
am
not have
in ways. I still
Yeah.
am in ways, but I still have found my responsibilities as well.
I feel like you naturally do, though, too. And the more time you spend being by yourself, the more you can figure out, like, what's important to you. You can define your metric for
I
success.
don't like being by myself, though. That's what sucks. But
It's a double-edged sword.
I don't want to be in a relationship either. I'd rather have like a.
I'm not
best
even saying
friend I could
necessarily
chill
like a
with.
relationship. I'm talking about like even just being in company that isn't lucrative for your growth as a person either. So
Yeah.
you know, there's layers to it.
And there's also, it's absolutely true to even say like who you surround with can even stunt your growth and
Influence. Well, that's the
So
thing.
it
We never
is.
stop being influenced. As we were kids, our parents used to tell us like, you know, I don't want you hanging out with so and so. They're a bad influence. But humans don't ever stop getting influenced. We become influenced until the day we die. So
But
Absolutely.
you know those kids were the bad ones. Like you were the bad child, but your parents were like, "Oh, that child's influencing."
it's so
you.
No,
funny.
facts.
I was that child.
Literally, I can
And you
be
know,
bad
to
by
say like,
myself.
okay, to say example, I went to Roncalli when I was in 6th grade and surrounded by bad children. Like I was getting in fights. I was skipping class. I was failing classes, and then my mom switched me to Corwin, which is like an IB curriculum type of school. Had to like maintain all these crazy things, and if you didn't, you were like in school detention, like in detention.
So you were
like, all
so
this-
bad.
No, turned my shit right around.
Environment's paramount in your
Turned my
development as a
shit right
person, for
around,
sure.
and it definitely changed me into the person who I am today. To even say like networking wise with the people that I even met in 7th and 8th grade, a lot of their parents are nurse practitioners, doctors, surgeons, stuff like that. I now work with 2 of the parents of my friends as nurse practitioners and MDs.
Winston needs that.
Because I work at an urgent care, and so they work with me PRN and stuff like that. And so even me trying to get a new job right now, can get stuff like letters of recommendations from actual doctors, surgeons, stuff like that. And to say, like, that's what I'm saying, like, networking, to say I would never have had that opportunity if my mom probably never took me out around Collie.
It's
You know
crazy.
what I mean?
It's crazy how like just one decision, like whether it's made by you or by your parents at an adolescent age, can totally deter the path in which like your life goes.
Absolutely.
It's so crazy.
Absolutely.
Well, you get to a certain point in life, I feel like personally, where like you become intuitive and you can make those choices for yourself. But if you have someone that does that for you at an early age, you're set up for success in life. It's dope.
Well, even to say, like, have like family in Denver, but I'm friends with their friends, and I've met their friends that
Yeah.
I now network with that live in like Detroit, and I've met doctors through them and shit like that. So I can even go work out in like Michigan and stuff like that too. Like, it's just so cool to even say. But if you're not that type of person, am I saying on it? My bad.
Yeah.
Oh no,
You're nursing it.
I was trying to move the mic for her, but
Yeah.
she grabbed it.
Oh my bad.
That's
my bad.
all.
That's a great point though too. It's crazy like what happens when you build relationships with people in any way. You never know like who you're gonna be connected to through people. It's
And
like a
it was
life
through
hack.
a wedding.
Yeah.
And that's literally
Networking.
how I met them, was through a fucking wedding.
It's not about what you know; it's about who you know.
Exactly.
That's what it comes down to.
Every single
Present
time.
yourself and be kind. Just be a genuine person, and like you attract some pretty fucking top grade quality people.
For sure.
Absolutely.
That's a like really interesting topic that I see a lot in like the stripper community, is like so many girls that I know are like strippers. I see like fucking on YouTube and shit. You can meet so many people at the strip club with like because it's, you know, rich dudes, fucking business owners and shit like that. They like to go to the strip club because they've got a lot of fucking money. So you meet a lot of interesting, successful people that can like
Do pimps play a lot of part in those at all?
Pimps?
In the strip club? I know a lot of people. Okay, so one of my best friends.
not
when I
really
lived-
in this area.
Oh, okay, so one of my best friends that lived in Grand Junction, she moved out to Arizona and she started stripping out there. And then a lot of girls had pimps at the strip club she was stripping at, and they would put them at certain places that they would know would make them a lot of money, but then would also make the pimp more money because they would cut them out.
That is literally
Yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah.
It's
No,
crazy. No, it's
my
so out there,
friend-
and so that's
my
what I'm
friend
saying.
that
Like,
strips
is
told me
is that a
similar
lot of big
story.
play and stuff like that because they know the places to go because it's like more of a controlled
Honestly,
environment.
no. There's not a lot of pimps like involved in strip clubs.
There needs to be more.
unless
No, well that's what I'm saying. Like
We need
maybe
to
not in Colorado,
decriminalize
but it's
sex
very a lot in like Arizona and stuff like that.
If
My
if
friend
there
was
was
in
more
Alabama.
pimps, safe sex work
Yeah.
would be better.
Yeah, there's see like
shut up,
pimps
you're
are
so
everywhere.
stupid.
Or we could decriminalize sex work.
Amen.
What are pimps
Nationwide.
doing about? Pimps aren't causing it.
No,
Are you
I'm
kidding
just
me?
saying, like,
Just
Pimps are
Pimps
just taking
in
control of the
general.
people that are already willing to do it, pretty much.
They're like
So,
managers.
they're
My
very
question,
manipulative.
exactly. They're
Very
like
manipulative.
managers.
they're
Yeah.
manipulating. They are taking advantage of young girls. It
You're
is
not wrong, but the way that's why pimps have a job is because there's a lot of young women that are already
Easily manipulated.
Yeah,
and
but
they're
if
already
we-
doing that sex work and they just pick them up. A lot of pimps don't go and just grab girls and just put them in the strip club, but they just find them in the strip club, and that's how they get them.
But I feel like there's also sex trafficking that, like,
absolutely,
sure.
Yeah,
absolutely.
100%.
That's what I mean. I feel like if we decriminalize sex work and put regulations on it, even slightly, it would change the market.
But do you even know how shit like we can do so much, but sex trafficking's never gonna fucking stop.
Never.
Ever. Do you know that the what is it, the Shell or whatever gas station it is over off Highway 50, like the first stop before you like actually get to like that racetrack over
That's
there?
my favorite gas
Stay
station.
away from me.
That is the biggest. That's like it used to be the number one sex trafficking spot
Wait, what?
That's fucked
in
up.
the U.S. in
No
the fucking
shit.
U.S.
Of
Yeah,
course.
that gas station right there because it's a fucking gas station. You could just hook the highway. The highway's right there. Hook it, you're gone. You could even go. You could go north. You could go south. You could go both ways because it has that tunnel underneath.
I'm trying to like
And so
picture
one of
what
my
you're talking
friends-
about.
No one likes to talk about.
No.
The shell on
no.
I-25 or
No.
I-50?
You're
Oh.
literally going out of town.
That's
you're
just what I call it, Taco Bell.
You're past like the Wagner equipment part. You're like going to Springs.
Oh, you're
And
talking
before you hit the racetrack up there,
Yes.
and that gas station on the left hand side,
Yes.
that gas station.
Okay, I know exactly what you're talking.
Yeah.
It's going out of town on I-25.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
got you.
That gas station. I don't know if it's a Shell or what it is, or a Love's.
It's a Love's.
Oh,
It's a Love's.
The
Wait,
Love's.
The
I
Love's.
passed
The
it a
Love's.
lot
We go
last
there all
year.
the time.
Don't go there anymore.
no.
That's like the nut. They used to be the
That was the
number one. I don't know if it
exit
is
I took
anymore.
every week last
But
year.
even my one of my best friends, she's an ICU nurse, and they have a whole seminar about shit like that, and that was one of the topics that they
Yeah.
talked about.
I go
And
to that
so
Love's way too
don't
much.
do that anymore.
No.
Yeah, don't do it
They got cheap
anymore.
gas.
They got Subway in there.
Well, honestly, I used to go to that Love's all
Just
the
hit
time.
the one.
hit it
Just
before
hit the
you
one
go
as soon as you
out
come
of
in the
town.
fountain.
You know what
I go there like late at night. That's
Yeah.
Delilah's like so disgusted, bro. Delilah needs to get some shit off.
I know. I'm like thinking about my life.
Well, no, but that's what I'm saying. Like to go back to like we can do so much. We can put so many restrictions. We can do so many bills.
No,
laws,
I
everything like that.
just mean giving
But-
more power to women. I think women should get the whole check. Fuck a man. No pimp should be making money off of woman's pussy.
Well, they're just capitalizing. I mean, like if
But
Delilah,
a lot of women see it because
Delilah needs to say
pimps
something.
put them in a
Delilah-
place that are gonna make them a lot of fucking money. So these women are still getting a lot of money, even though they're paying a lot out to a pimp. And they do a pimp because sometimes it provides protection, and then sometimes they're manipulated, and then they like fall in love, and they're all. And that happened to a lot
Yeah.
of my friends that had pimps and shit like that. Like
Your friends had pimps?
my friend's friend. I'm not friends with her
Friends
anymore.
of a friend.
Yeah.
Got you.
not all pimps are bad, is what we're trying to say.
But
If
there's
you're a
some
pimp-
fucking horrible
Pimp's
fucking
lives
pimps
If you're a
out
pimp,
there.
you're probably a bad person,
Yeah.
but maybe you're not.
That's a rule of
You're a
thumb.
bad
If you're a
person.
pimp, you're probably a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Literally, I'm sorry, you cannot have good morals and be a pimp. You
No.
can't be like, yeah, I'm pimping all these
He's like,
people.
I'm a nice pimp. I don't beat him. I just starve
Oh
him.
my god.
Make
I
them
just
live
take
together.
all their
Yeah,
money.
yeah.
Starve them?
So you're
Shit,
not a fan of
shit
pimps,
like that
Delilah?
happens.
You don't fuck
But
with
that's
pimps?
not funny because that shit. Like,
That's what I'm saying. It's not
really
funny. It
every day,
happens.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Delilah.
But yeah, no, I was just gonna say, like, as the resident stripper, as far as it goes for like strip clubs and stuff, that's more common in places like Miami
Like
and
big
Atlanta.
cities.
Not even just big cities, like
Boise.
in Denver, there was working at Aloha's, there was a lot of gang activity, a lot, but no pimps, no prostitutes, because for the most part, any girl that like we found out was like sucking dick in the bathroom and shit like that, she would get fucked up.
Really?
By
Yes.
who?
Us, the strippers,
It's
By the
it's
dick.
unwritten rules. You just
because
You guys
the
would beat her?
not
Violence
me
is not
personally,
The answer.
it is the answer in that environment
Or you
because
could just ask her to leave.
no.
It
That's what
doesn't
I'm saying.
work like that.
It's unwritten rules. It's a whole different. It's a whole different environment.
It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
Like
It's
you
one of those
don't.
unspoken rules.
Yeah.
So-
well, and it's also like taking another stripper's money, or like say
So-
like she's on
yes,
the dance
so
floor, you just
in the
You're
strip club-
undercutting them basically.
yeah.
In
They
the
can get
strip
shut down.
club, whenever you are doing shit like that, like as somebody who firmly believes that sex work should be decriminalized, it should be legal, like it should be safe. When you do that shit at the strip club, not only is it fucking with everybody's bag, but it's fucking with our safety. Because if you're meeting guys at the strip club and fucking them in the VIP and fucking them downstairs or like sucking dick or whatever, that makes it way more likely for us to get assaulted.
Yep.
And it makes it more likely, like it makes it harder for us to get a bag. Because once that becomes our
Well, even once they say that, like they're all gonna float to one bitch that they know is gonna
exactly.
do it.
So once that becomes like the rumors, like about the club, that becomes our rap. People come in and they're like, "Oh, well, that girl sucked my dick back here. Why won't you do it?" And then they just go to her. They'll find out who sucks dick in the club and give her all their money. So not
The one
only
that deserves it.
shut the fuck up, Deryk. You're so
Shut the
stupid.
fuck up.
Anyways, so like.
Come on, it's comedy.
I would agree, like, prostitutes,
Sure.
they don't deserve to get beat up. But it's just one of those things that it's like, it's eat or be eaten. So, like, I would never, I don't judge women for that. Like, get your bag whatever way you want to. Like, I don't judge. But if I wasn't a stripper, I wouldn't ever be in that situation, you know? Just because in that environment, it's a very dangerous environment, especially in a place like Pueblo. In Springs, you don't have to worry about that as much because there's like way more security, more cameras and stuff like that. But in Aloha's, I saw a lot of gang activity.
Is that place still open?
No.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. I saw a lot of gang activity, a lot of guns, a lot of drugs in that club, and a lot of, not a lot, but every once in a while we'd have a girl come in and we'd find out that she was, you know, we'd find like condoms and shit in the private rooms after she'd leave. And there's a couple girls I could think of that got the shit beat out of them for doing that stuff.
And again, unwritten rules. I mean, that's just how it goes.
Yeah.
And then, so we talked about house mothers and everything already.
Yeah,
too,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Yeah, you don't see a lot of those here for some reason.
What's a house mother? I don't know what that is.
A house mother is like, she works at the club, but she doesn't dance. She
Takes care of everybody.
Yeah, she
has,
brings
like,
outfits,
Like a female
tampons, perfume.
in a sense, yes, because she gets a cut at the end of the night. And all
Female
of that.
pimps. So female
But
pimps
she's-
are okay.
but she-
No.
Okay.
But she takes care of everybody in the sense that she provides everything that everybody needs: makeup, outfits. She'll do like their hair, shit like that. Everything everyone's running away. Kind of, yeah. Again, controls the environment. So yeah, in a sense, because she does get paid out, I guess. But she's
In all the good ways,
Yes.
she's a female pimp.
Because women are just
she
better.
doesn't exploit them.
Amen.
I mean, there is some house mothers that do go and exploit women and do stuff like that. But then you think of
I mean, but when
to
you
like
think,
transition to like escorts,
wait, before we get off this topic, you know, when you think of it, you know, if you're trying to run a business, and your business is sex, what you want to do is you obviously want to organize, because that's the most efficient way to run a business is organization. So what's the quickest way to organize is to get a leader. What is a leader? A pimp. You know, maybe the way he goes about it is wrong, but the quickest way to make more money as a business: organization, unionization, management, leadership, and then your marketing. And you got a business going. So what you're gonna do is market your pussy, and I'm actually a pimp. No, I'm just kidding.
So stupid.
all makes fucking sense.
But no, I agree with you, but in a place like a strip club, it becomes a very slippery slope into prostitution and stuff like that. So
There's like a fine line in between that.
yeah. So I personally don't like it when I go to a club and like the manager or whoever, like some man that works there and is on payroll, is trying to tell me how to do my job. I don't like that. Because it's like, at the end of the day, you're not out there doing what we do.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you can think you know what we need to do because you're a man, but at the end of the day, we're the ones selling the fantasies. We know what they want. Like,
True. I mean, also on another side though, is he's a guy and they're the ones throwing the money, so they know what they kind of want to see.
yeah,
Ooh,
You know what I
that's,
mean?
that's a good
that's,
point.
Like, there's a flip side. You know how to do it. You
yeah,
know how
no,
to
that's
move
what
your
I'm
shit,
saying.
but-
That's what I'm saying.
But
That's why.
what she's saying. She says she already knows.
Yes.
But
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
tell me. But that's the biggest thing is don't tell me how to do my job.
No, yeah, I'm not saying. I'm just saying he also has some insight that Delilah might not have.
Oh my god.
Oh, I have the insight, Winston.
Sydney's like, oh my gosh. Wait, keep going.
Are you talking to me?
Was there?
Yeah, grab the mic if you got it.
Okay.
What were you saying?
I think women are fully capable.
I'm not. I'm
I,
saying
ju-
I'm
I
not.
just I just think that you guys are just thinking about it from like a very like male perspective.
I don't feel this way in real
just
life.
like that guy.
It's just podcast
Yeah.
time.
Well, and yeah.
It's
well,
exact.
more
That's
so, like,
exactly what I said. Like,
yeah.
they think they have advice to give because they're men, so they think they know because they think they know. Like, they think of like, oh, what's the experience I would want? But
There's so many weird men out there.
Exactly,
There's so many
yeah.
weird kinks from
Yeah.
feet to like fucking. I don't know. It doesn't make sense, and I personally think Delilah is more than capable of figuring out how
Thank
to throw
you,
her
bitch.
ass in whatever
Thank you.
position to figure out what it, like. I don't know.
damn, why haven't you been here before?
Like I just yeah, they just got such manly
In 10
POVs.
We're just fucking around. We're just trying to give people different perspectives. A lot of
Yeah.
podcasts
Deryk means that
aren't
shit with his
this.
heart.
What?
Podcast talk is honestly, he's honestly not like it off the mic.
He's not.
He's
What?
a complete. like how he is right now, like saying stupid shit. He
Oh.
says less stupid
Yeah,
shit,
Derek-
but
Yes, it says way
that's
less
why
dumb
at least
shit.
3 roasts per episode are okay. 5, but I'll still take it.
You know what you guys feel like is stupid shit? You know, some people will be like, "Oh, that's a good point."
No,
Maybe
your
not the
point was
people you
incredible.
want watching this podcast, though.
No, Deryk's point was incredible. The whole marketing concept, the business plan, elite,
Yeah.
elite.
That was one of his more serious takes.
Yeah, it was like literally he had me. I was
Yeah,
saying you
But
had
no,
every
that's what I'm
word.
saying. Like that was the real Deryk, and then he has to pull back into his bullshit.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
Red flag.
It's the best. You got to have like a roller
I just
coaster.
didn't think he was gonna take it back to the pimp. Like I literally did. I had no
I felt
idea
it too.
where-
I felt that he was
Pimp, I
coming with
knew
that.
it.
Like that shit was crazy.
I was waiting for the pimps rule the world.
It was
Yeah.
like a roller coaster for me.
No, if I'm being
made some
completely honest,
solid
like obviously domestic
points.
violence is not cool, and like you shouldn't be anyone. And like I feel like that's what you associate pimps with is domestic violence and like harassment and like shit like
Yeah.
that and what's it called when you extorting?
Yeah.
Extorting.
Extortion.
Yeah, when you take all their money. So like, you know, if a pimp didn't do any of that and they were just kind of like more like a manager, that's ideal in a fucking, you know, like when they were selling weed, when weed got legalized, they were like, well, we don't need a plug, we need a manager that could just knows all the growers, you know. It's like
But the thing about that industry, I guess you would say, is that they're never actually concerned about the safety of the women working for them. All they are concerned with is money. Like I know you like soft white underbelly. Like you've seen all the video. Like that one girl that was, what was her name, babe?
it's disgusting what they do there.
Exotic.
That
Girl
What is that?
Exotic.
Is that a strip club?
Soft white underbelly. It's like it's a YouTube channel of this guy who like interviews people that I know Deryk was very inspired by whenever he started this podcast, and he interviews just like people with like really crazy stories basically. So he interviews like a lot of prostitutes and a lot of pimps, and like that one girl Exotic that he interviewed her once, and she just talked about like how fucked up her life was as a prostitute and all this. And then the second time he interviewed her, she had like completely turned her life around. Like she wasn't prostituting anymore. Like she was,
I think I've seen.
yeah,
some of
he
those
was helping
videos.
her and her 2 kids survive. Like he was providing them with all this money. She was finally out of the life and all this. But then like her pimp came back into her life, and he started taking all because she even said in her first interview when she was still a prostitute that like they take all the money, like literally all of it. And that's how most pimps are, and especially in the big cities with like a lot of gang activity and stuff like that, the pimps take most of the money. And like when she came back and she was like doing all good and all this and everything was great, her pimp ended up coming back into her life, and then it turned out he was taking all the money that she was getting in donations from that interviewer. Like her pimp came back into her life and was taking all the money from this guy, and he brought them both on to confront them about it, her and her pimp, to be like, to talk to her pimp face to face. And he's like, I was sending her all this money, where was it going? And he straight up looked this man in the eyes and he's like, it's going all to me. I was taking it all. And he's like, where is that money going? He's like, it always goes back into her, you know. I was taking care of her and buying her outfits and stuff like that. Like,
So DJ Vlad actually has another interview, his own person, where he's on front of the camera talking about confronting them. He was like, I actually, because he buys a hotel room, so he knows where they're at. So he went into the hotel room and confronted them, and they were butt naked, fucking in the bed, like with a bunch of drugs and shit around, and that's how we found him.
I remember him saying whenever he showed up at their apartment.
Oh, his apartment?
Yeah, he said he had like been buying all these like kids clothes and kids toys and stuff like that for her 2 kids, and when he walked into her apartment there was none of that, and there was like sex toys all over the place and shit like that. So it's just crazy. And in her first and last interview, it's so like crazy, all the like lines that connect them, because in the first interview she was talking about how like most girls who are in that world, most of the time they don't see any of the money. They just see like some illusion of safety, when really it's just the bare minimum of whatever the pimp can do to keep you alive. but most of the time they want to keep you addicted to whether it be fucking meth or fucking crack. Like, they will just keep you on whatever they need to keep you alive and to keep you on the street.
Yeah.
So, yeah, maybe there are some good pimps out there that take care of people, but there's enough bad pimps for me to say, fuck all pimps.
Period.
Pimp
Yeah.
reformation. We need a pimp reform. Like, we need to reform every pimp.
Abolish the pimps.
Yeah.
Abolish the pimps.
Abolish pimps.
Defund the pimps.
Yeah. Yeah. All pimps.
Put the money in the hands of the
are bastards.
workers.
Period.
Nice.
Yeah.
APAB.
APAB. All pimps are bastards. Yeah, exactly. My brain was doing fucking connected dots, bro. I was like,
Backflips.
fucking. That's crazy, bro. Speaking of being a bastard and not having parents, what about Ghislaine Maxwell, R. Kelly, and Deryk Chauvin all getting sentenced in the same week? Ghislaine Maxwell, who I would arguably say did the most heinous crimes, got
You think she did the most heinous crimes?
between her, R. Kelly, and Deryk Chauvin. Do I think Ghislaine Maxwell did the most heinous crime?
Yeah, I'm confused. You think
I would argue that. Yeah, what do you think?
Who would you say?
I mean, I personally, like, Deryk Chauvin, I feel like is just like a fucked up human being. He took one life, which is terrible. R. Kelly literally made so many young girls' lives absolutely terrible, made them live with trauma.
So did Ghislaine Maxwell,
She
though.
did, but you guys are blaming Ghislaine Maxwell like she's a
No.
bastard.
We should.
Her ties are so deep. Like, R. Kelly did that shit on his own.
So who would you say is the worst?
I would say R. Kelly.
Okay.
Yeah, I would agree. R. Kelly did that shit. Ghislaine Maxwell probably did some of that
She
shit
had a
too.
crew. She had Epstein.
And even R. Kelly like recorded that.
No, yeah, not only
Recorded
that.
a lot, and then even that video when it came out. What was it, like 2001 or
Didn't he
something? When he
pee
was
on
like
girls?
pissing that girl. Pissing
Yeah,
on
that's
that.
weird.
She was like what, 14?
No, they
15?
were all young. But point being,
It was multiple girls. I thought it was just one girl in that video.
oh no, I'm saying like he terrorized multiple.
Oh,
girls.
absolutely.
I'd say
yeah.
the thing with Ghislaine or Ghislaine, I don't know how you say her name.
Ghislaine.
Yeah,
I think it was
that's
Ghislaine.
I think of Ghislaine when I think of her. But I think it was just like she had like a whole, like, it just goes so much deeper than most people.
She's not the only one. It's
Yeah.
everyone who else is in power who allowed this stuff to go on.
But that's what makes it worse is that she had like a whole fucking.
What happened today?
I
Deryk
don't
Chauvin
know what
today?
you would call it. I'm like having a fucking brain fart right now. But it was like a whole system that she was
That's what
involved
I mean.
with.
Well, yeah, there was a
like,
list.
they were
and
connected to
everything.
Bill Gates. Like, why are we not like?
Yeah. Ghislaine Maxwell's dad owns Victoria's Secret.
Wait, he's the guy from Ohio?
Yeah, he owns.
No, no. That's
She's like, I can't shop there no
Yeah,
more.
and so that's why they say Jeffrey Epstein had such a direct pipeline to young, beautiful models was because Ghislaine was the daughter of Victoria's Secret owner, and they have
Yeah.
the most beautiful models.
That was in the documentary
I did
on
not
Netflix.
It was in the documentary.
Okay,
Yeah.
but I also think that they had a direct line to that high school and the middle school at like
heard
West Palm
something about-
Beach.
Yeah,
They
did.
do that.
So like there's like a lot of direct pipelines of where you can get young vulnerable girls. But my point being, Bill Gates was in that shit. I heard Jay-Z was on the list.
Well, no, the flight
Really?
list. I think the flight list is different than who actually molested and raped young
Right,
girls.
yeah.
The
They
flight
knew
list.
what was going on though. They knew what was going on.
Some of them.
No,
sure,
I mean
I'm
not
sure.
particularly.
Turning the other cheek, yeah, of course. I don't know.
I mean,
that
I think
these
Jay
people-
Z is a stand-up guy. I don't think he would.
No,
fuck
I
with
love
that.
Jay-Z. Never want to bring down a black man.
Beyonce would definitely not fuck with that, and Jay Z wouldn't fuck with it.
No,
because
it's-
Beyonce wouldn't fuck with it.
It's
Jay-Z
all
did some fucked up
also
shit
like
to Beyonce already.
He did.
it's
he did.
all like
he's old as hell.
conspiracy in like all reality though. Like nobody knows like for facts anything.
No, those girls' trauma is real. What
The
do you
Epstein
mean?
stuff?
Well, yes,
The girls
but I'm,
getting-
only if like
There was only like 15 to like I don't think there was a lot of women that spoke up in the Jeffrey Epstein thing, but like allegedly there was like thousands.
No, there's a lot of girls
women
that so,
affected.
and not only that, they have proof that the girls were like trafficked from their schools. Like it was literally young girls who were taken from middle school and freaking high school and been told like, oh, there's some rich guys. And to be honest, that would get me too.
But who did a
You
worse crime?
personally,
I
I think in a boat.
Personally, I think the reason you're saying is R. Kelly is worse is I think the reason that Ghislaine Maxwell is worse because it was way more like systematic
I don't
in her
think
case.
she's the sole blame. I think R. Kelly, you know what he did.
No.
You know he did it on himself.
Jeffrey Epstein was the sole blame, and they fucking killed his ass.
He wasn't the sole
Wow.
blame
Here.
though.
he was a lot more involved in it than she was.
No,
He
that's
was like,
my point.
They were both pretty
Yeah.
sure equally involved.
oh, speaking of,
helped.
did y'all see that apparently Ghislaine Maxwell got put on suicide watch?
Yeah, for sure.
And
I
R.
mean, you
Kelly
gotta
too.
put special watch on them because
Yeah, no, I'm saying same thing happened to fucking
I told her to.
Jeffrey Epstein before he committed
Yeah,
suicide.
that sure sucks.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't know.
sure hurts your butt.
They probably did that because they knew that somebody was going to come after him.
Have Maritza's butt hurt.
What the
Yo,
fuck?
50-50 butt hurts going around. Everyone's getting butt hurt. These guys over here,
Not
I feel
me.
bad for their
I got
butt
a
hurts.
comfy chair. Yeah.
Yeah,
Fair
they're
enough.
they're pounding each other in the butts.
Oh yeah.
Can confirm.
But all right, I think Ghislaine Maxwell, she had the most heinous crime out of those three. I can't even no.
Are you he pissed on girls and then they had to like no.
Bro, she
But
like
you see that
hers goes
Chappelle
so
show?
much deeper.
she trafficked like thousands of women.
Yeah.
She did traffic thousands of women, but we're acting like she did it for herself. She wasn't fucking those girls.
She
was just
she
a
was
pimp, like
she
you
was
said.
molesting them.
But
No,
she-
she was molesting them and shit.
She was?
Yeah.
Yeah, supposedly she was with it on some of them.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Like threesomes and shit with like 15-year-olds and shit.
Yeah.
Okay,
I know
but all the
nothing.
old men were too.
But she supplied them to them.
She helped.
Yeah.
R. Kelly
She-
was the
the
manager. He was the
she
leader.
manipulated these girls and I'm not even gonna pretend like I know.
I'm not saying one's worse than anher, but
I've
yeah.
seen the Hulu doc, so I know everything.
yeah.
I honestly like I can't even say like I know a shit ton about this stuff, but the one thing I do know that like is very widely known is that Ghislaine Maxwell was like providing all these men with these girls. So I'm not saying one's worse than the other, but I'm not saying one's better either.
I just don't think she did it on her own, and we know R. Kelly did it.
Well, yeah.
I think there's an
absolutely.
accomplice and a leader. I think Epstein was the leader, R. Kelly was the leader, Ghislaine Maxwell was the assistant, and I think there's a level of fucked upness with being the leader versus the assistant. Maybe she was manipulated into doing all of these things. Doesn't make it okay, but I think I think there is a level of responsibility when you're manipulated into doing
Chain
something.
of command.
Christian,
Yeah.
you haven't said a word during all this. I feel
Yeah,
like
what do you think?
you're siding with Ghislaine, aren't you?
No, I personally, just looking from the outside in, I definitely have my views on the two of them, but I feel like you guys are just gonna have to agree to disagree on this one.
No, but who do you think had the worst
Who had the
crime?
worst one? Honestly, man, I feel like you can't compare the two.
No, but I want you to compare them.
All
but,
three.
but just listen to me.
All right, sorry.
So with Deryk Chauvin, that was national fucking uproar. Like that was crazy. That was something like that changed and created a movement in its place. So that's a thing of its own. I don't think that it's comparable to R.
not.
Kelly. Yeah, exactly. It's a different
It's not.
type of offense. So I feel like that's process of elimination.
yeah, those two are definitely. It's
But-
harder to compare that
but-
to the other two.
But when you have they have similarities in the sense that they're with minors. But just to think, like, from this whole entire conversation, I really do appreciate how you guys are doing the empowerment movement, women movement. I think it's fucking dope. My thing is, though, shouldn't you hold that lady who trafficked and manipulated all of those kids to a certain standard?
No, we're gonna hold her accountable.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that I support 120% holding her accountable. I think her crime was terrible. But I also support that like she was not like a mastermind in a chain of command.
But
like Matt
she
was.
also was because she brought a lot of people in underneath her and again like chain of command. Like there was
Yeah.
people gathering
What?
girls and there was going.
Which
they were
is
going
even
to schools.
which is
they
even
were
more
doing-
sadistic and fucked up in some ways.
Absolutely, but again, I definitely agree on you saying that. Again, they're not all comparable. Like
You
they're
can't.
all different offenses. They. Ooh, sorry. Go ahead.
And because they're not in the same position, you can't say one is greater than the other because you can't compare them. They're not the same. There's no metric to compare them there.
yeah, definitely.
You can just say it out loud. What happened?
Nothing.
Oh, I
No.
thought something happened with the time or something.
It's all right. Don't worry about it.
Oh, timestamp.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Continue, Christian. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine. I finished my point. I think Marisa seen where I was coming from. They're just all so different. You can't really compare them. It's not comparing apples to apples. It's like comparing a pear to an apple to an orange. They're similarities, but they're not the same, so there's no metric for comparison.
Got you.
Agreed.
I'd say limes and lemons.
Yeah,
but-
limes, lemons, and oranges. They're all fucking citrus, but they're
Hey,
not the same.
You know, speaking of apples, y'all ever heard of bad apple glass?
Hit
Who
it.
wants to hit it? Who wants to hit
You
that?
get that shit.
apple
What do you
pie?
mean?
Yeah, you got that. That was fire.
That was a smooth
Alright.
fucking transition.
Thanks,
Get
thanks.
With the great toss in, with the one-handed catch.
Speaking of bad apples, I got the double apple flavored disposable vape right here. This is one of our newest sponsors. And give me a second while I hit my vape. Anyways, what was I saying?
Are we passing that? Let me see that, dude.
Fuck.
Gracias, Marisa.
Y'all already know I only vape from Bad Apple Glass and Disposable. They got all the exotic, exclusive, and exciting flavors that you usually only see online. Okay, you can't get this shit everywhere. Everything from vapes, accessories, bongs, pipes, papers, and more. Mention Street Champs for 10% off your first purchase. That's Street Champs for 10% off.
10%, and we're doing it. Well, that's kind of too much, though. I feel like 10%. That's good. We'll do it from.
That's not enough.
We'll let them have it.
Yeah.
$1's $1.
Damn. They got the Squid Games vapes. I recently saw those. You know, if you're into Squid Games and want to vape something associated with that,
Does it have like the faces on it, or like what do you like flavors of Squid Games, or?
Is it like Squid Game's theme?
it's
Is it squid
it's like the
flavored?
fake ass ones you see on
Is it made with
online, you
squid
know.
ink?
But they got the ones you see
Might be
online,
made
and
with
you're like, what does
squid
that taste like? Yo, they got those.
That's
So
tight.
I'm gonna have to go check that out.
So you never have to wonder. If you see a vape online and you're like, I wonder what that tastes like, you don't have to wonder because you already know Bad Apple Glass and
Got you.
Disposable.
Glad Apple. Fuck.
We were doing so well.
Bad apple glass.
Anyways, the point is,
And
you know,
disposable
they're
vape.
gonna have way more selections than what you can get online, so you never have to wonder like, I wonder what that vape tastes like, because they're gonna have that or something better.
Located on northern of Pueblo, Colorado. All right. And also, speaking of getting something that you're gonna like, who doesn't love tacos?
Amen.
You know, we haven't had them in a while because they're on vacation and they're hiring. Jesus Christ, Christian.
That's my bedtime, dog. I'm an old man, bro. I wake up at 4:30.
I thought that was the alarm to go work at Tacos Navarro. I thought you just got hired there.
9
I go
a.m.,
to
not
bed
9
at
p.m.
10:30.
Same, girl.
That was the alarm telling everybody to go apply.
To Tacos Navarro because
That's
they have the
right.
best damn
Right there.
street tacos in all of Pueblo, Colorado, and I only eat tacos from there. And if I'm not eating tacos from there, it's because I close at 3. And he just applied there, and now he's working there. So eat Christian's taco. All right, eat Christian's tacos Monday through Sunday,
11 to 3.
11 to 3,
And they cater.
and the
Yup.
cater.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I order a lot of tacos from there.
it's
For
fire.
lunch and shit like that, dude. They even cater.
Yeah, they cater,
Well,
and that's crazy. It's crazy. They cater. They cater. I know. I'm
Are
like,
they still doing?
they
Are they
cater.
still
Well,
doing video
I shouldn't
tacos?
say I don't know if they cater, but
They do cater.
Do they? I'm like the
food to
drug
me.
reps because the drug reps.
They deliver.
Well, also that and drug reps will bring tacos Navarro sometimes in low.
So I have one question, and this is a deal breaker for me. Are they still doing birria tacos?
Bro, don't ever say it like that ever again.
Birria.
They're good. Tacos Navarro's fire.
I want to say they are.
Have
Do
you-
they have birria tacos?
Those are
I
so
want to say
gas.
they do.
Dude, they got any kind of taco you could imagine. They got literally tacos you never heard of.
That's some fire al pastor. That shit was good.
They
Alright.
need to hit us up with the birria and the consomme.
All right, let's get off
I'm getting
the taco.
full.
Let's get off the taco top. Let's get off the taco top. All right, Winston.
I want
Let's get a topic. How about this Colorado funeral home? They were just got charged with selling body parts.
Hopefully not to
I'm-
Tacos Navarro.
I am bringing up the article right now.
I actually didn't hear about this.
No, it literally just came out today. I had sent it to him at like 5:00.
Yes.
It was pretty recent. And so actually it happened in Grand Junction, Colorado.
Oh shit.
A Colorado funeral home operator accused of illegally selling body parts of giving clients fake ashes has pled guilty to mail fraud in federal court.
Oh yeah, I did actually hear about that.
Yeah, so she's facing up to 20 years, but they're trying to get her 12 to 15. But what had happened was her and her mother was also involved and charged with 6 counts of mail fraud and 3 counts of illegal transportation of hazardous materials. On dozens of occasions, Hess and Koch is mother, transferred bodies or body parts to third parties for research without family's knowledge.
That's too much fact. We gotta go off feelings. I don't want too much
Hold on.
fact.
The transfers were done through the Sunset Mesa Funeral Foundation and donor services. The body parts that had also tested positive for COVID, and they also belonged to people including Hep B, Hep C, and HIV, and did
Christ. Got worse.
Yeah, they did
Holy
not
shit.
notify the people they were giving the body parts to that's what those people had.
No, but could you imagine though? Like,
Well, could
Dude,
you
if I
imagine
found
receiving
out-
fake ashes?
Dude, if I found
I'd be
out that
setting shit on
my
fire.
exactly.
if I found out that my dog's ashes were not actually my
Or
dog,
even your actually
mother's?
family.
Could you-
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like your brother's ashes aren't your
This
brother's
is like
ashes.
a funeral
That would
home.
be
Like
sick.
imagine like saying your grandma died, or fucking of
Your-
COVID.
whoever.
And then they donated their body and gave you fake fucking ashes. Bitch,
Like,
like be setting this whole
they dumped
thing
out
on
the
fire.
Also, though,
ashtray.
imagine being the family that gets the diseased body part.
And I want to
That's
say that
sick.
they said this has been ongoing since.
You got an AIDS arm?
That's
Bro, my arm has
literally
AIDS?
sick.
Bro, what
That
the
is
fuck?
gross.
Okay,
Bro,
so
I can't even finger no bitches with my right arm.
So a grand jury
Wait.
indictment said that from 2010 through 2018, they offered to cremate bodies and provide remains to family at the cost of $1,000 or more, but many of the cremations never even occurred.
That's bad.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah,
So this
has
goes
been
back.
ongoing for like decades.
What the fuck?
So imagine how many hundreds
But
of thousands
They're probably
of
selling
bodies they've been
organs and
doing.
shit.
Oh, absolutely. And that's why they're facing 20 years, but they had made a plea agreement, and a lot of the charges have been dropped.
What the fuck?
How they got charged with, 9 total? A lot of the charges got dropped through their plea agreement, so that's why the lawyer's trying to get them
I got a
12 to
good
15
topic off
instead
of
of
that.
20.
I was watching these fucking videos about hospitals that will let you basically die, and because if you're an organ donor, like there's like a certain amount of money like they'll get for each organ. Like there's like it was like what was it? It was like some kind of black market for organ show. It was on YouTube. I forget what it was.
No, I think
But-
I've heard about
It's
that.
very common.
Yeah, like they would like a liver in America is like hundreds of thousands of dollars, but like in India it's like $2,000. Like they'll get fucking like young men to like donate their shit just because they're poor as fuck. And so like it's not uncommon.
You only need 1 kidney.
Exactly,
Yeah,
that's what
I
I was
meant
going to
kidney, not
say.
liver.
Can get
I
your
mean,
appendix
the
out,
liver's
can get your tonsils
regenerative.
out.
Wait, one time. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No.
I
I was just
no,
gonna say the
sorry.
liver's regenerative, so like you can regenerate.
That's why, like, when people get liver transplants, it's only just like a part of the liver usually that they have to
Gross.
get.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even if there's like a mass or a tumor, they'll just cut that part out.
Yeah, I heard U.S. blood's expensive as fuck too.
Oh, absolutely.
Like everything, like American, is more expensive.
Really?
Good.
U.S.
And you
blood?
only get
Yeah, U.S. blood is more expensive than
$100 to
blood
donate
in
plasma.
other countries. And I don't know if it's the most expensive, but it's one of the most expensive.
To go off that, my friend started donating plasma, and I guess for like your first like 8 times you go, you can make like 200 plus a week or
Don't
some
be
shit.
telling these broke ass people in Pueblo that.
Well, they need to go get their
Yeah.
fucking back. Dude, we were just talking about how expensive groceries were. I was just saying how
They are,
to
though.
say it's just me by myself
And
with my
your
2
bills
dogs
now.
And my
Mhm.
groceries
Right.
used to be like 130.
You
So,
don't
like,
need that much blood. Don't be hoarding that shit.
Come
on.
It's your plasma.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You don't need that much plasma.
But she
I got
did
that
say-
shit in
she
my
did
teeth.
say, excuse me. She did say the first time she went, she was there for like fucking 3-4 hours. So I was
Yeah.
like, if you go your first time, make sure you have a whole day's worth to like chill out over there.
Or just
So
go to a
let
better
me ask you: Is it like
facility.
giving?
Yeah.
Is it like I've never given plasma personally? Is it like giving blood where you get like lightheaded afterwards, or?
So she said that they, so the whole appointment was like a physical. You do a questionnaire. You go back there. They put an IV in you. They give you a Gatorade and a snack before, but they always recommend to eat and make sure you have a meal and like you're hydrated before. They'll do like a little finger poke. They'll take your blood pressure. If your pulse is too high, they'll have you wait 15 minutes. If your pulse is still high after that, they'll dismiss you
Sounds
for the
like
day.
you've done it before.
Because it's
No, she told me it was
Her
literally
friend.
it's the same thing
Yeah.
as any blood
Okay.
Yeah, and
Like,
so
because they're not taking the plasma out of you. They're taking the blood, and then they take the plasma out of the blood.
And then they,
Oh, so you're still giving blood, but they're just
Yeah.
taking the plasma
Yeah.
out of the blood.
Yes.
Yeah, there's no
And
way to
so
just take the plasma
She said that she
out.
did get lightheaded and everything on her first time because she went in hungover as fuck too.
So fucked up experience about giving blood. So
Did you pass out?
no, this is what's shitty about it. So, me and my best friend did a bodybuilding show back in November, and we wanted to get our blood done because you can really fuck up your hormones when you put your body through that much stress. To give you guys perspective, between him and I, we lost like 150 pounds total.
Holy shit.
Like I lost 90, he lost 60. So we were in like 6 months. So it was really unhealthy. Anyway, so we go and get our blood exam done, and he says, you can come in here, but you can't eat for 24 hours leading up to this, so we could, get a hormone reading. Or it was like 12 or 24, I can't quite remember.
Yeah.
But we woke up that morning, I took 400 milligrams of caffeine to the fucking face. So did he. We lifted, and we did cardio before we went up and did that, all fasted. We get up there, and it's in Springs. So we had to drive to Northern Springs off of North Academy for this clinic because it was free. Blood works, to get a blood work done, I don't know if you guys have ever done that, it's like $200.
Yes.
$300. And they're like, so they were a sponsorship at an event we did at the gym, and it was free. So I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm down to get that done. I'm down to save some money. So anyway, we go in there. Long story short, we get our blood drawn, and I'm trying to drive to go eat for us to go stuff our faces, and I'm going the wrong way on Academy. I go down 5 miles, have to turn my bitch ass around, go back up to North Academy, and I almost hit a fucking car because I was all like dizzy and shit from doing that.
God.
Dude, giving blood's no joke. Like especially if you're fasted, like that's why they give you those drinks so you can spike your insulin levels so you're not all fucked up.
Well, absolutely, it's gonna reach your yeah.
Wait, so you're a bodybuilder? You're just gonna graze over that?
Oh, you want me to elaborate?
You're all yoked right now.
I ain't yoked.
He
I'm in
literally
my-
was about to be like, take your shirt off.
Nah.
I literally
He literally
Now-
was about to,
No, I'm in my bulking season right now. I did a show. It was actually more for a health reason. It was very fun. Like the sport itself. One of the first episodes you did was with my coach, who's a professional bodybuilder. But
you shout him out.
oh, Jordan Tripp, IFBB, that's my dog. Well, so no, bodybuilding is such a cool fucking sport, man. Like I feel like it's applicable to everything in life because you're taking away any form of instant gratification that you could indulge in, and you're putting yourself through voluntarily suffering for like, I'm talking like towards the end of the prep, like to lose 90 pounds in 6 months is fucking ridiculously hard, especially.
How many hours a day were you in the gym?
So to start, it was a 28 week prep, so 7 months, and we didn't really get too much into it till like 6 months out. So you're basically eating the same 6
Flex
meals.
right now.
Huh?
Flex right now.
Want to
Do
do
it.
the titty dance?
Oh fuck no!
So,
Like the dimples popped out. The dimples popped out.
Oh fuck no! Let's see your arm.
nah, dude, my arms are fucking small.
Damn, you need to teach me that.
So-
Probably makes me some money at the club.
So like the way to flex your chest is like, so go up and try and push your bicep into your armpit.
Okay.
That's how you do it, and then you just flex it.
Am I doing it?
Oh.
Look at my right boob.
Yeah. You literally pull it across the body. You can
I'm
hold
just
it
like-
there, and then boom.
I can do that with
All right,
my ass.
all
I
right,
can do
look
that
now,
with my
look
tits.
now.
Right.
That's tight. No, but yeah, that's one of those fun things. Like it's cool, bro. Bodybuilding was really fun. It taught me a lot. But yeah, man, I wouldn't say that I'm a bodybuilder. I'd just say that like I do that to kind of keep my health in check.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think about like the bodybuilders that? Because I know it can become like a very unhealthy hobby, like people
Okay.
who become like 0% body fat and they're literally just eating fucking raw eggs and like.
We can go so many ways with that. I'll tell you what my diet was the last 2 weeks leading up to that. So I was in the gym. To answer your question, you asked me how long was I there. So you had fasted morning cardio. So like 5 o'clock in the morning, you're there and you're doing an hour on the Stairmaster, no food in you. Then you drink about a gallon of water. You go home and eat your first meal. You're eating 5 meals each day, high protein, high vegetables, no fucking carbs. Like, it's crazy. So by the end of the day,
Christ.
I
dude, it
couldn't
was,
live without my breadsticks.
bro, it was 2 hours of cardio on the stairs every single day, 7 days a week. You had a weight session, which is an hour and a half, and then you had posing, which posing is fucking hard. Like,
I feel like you could cramp up very easily if you're not hydrated
when
enough.
when you're that depleted, it's
Wait, give us a
terrible.
pose right now.
I'm not.
Stand
nah.
up and do
Come
one.
on, give us a pose.
I've never
He
seen.
brought his
I've
guitar.
never seen one actually done or anything like that.
So like it just so
Stand
you
up
have
and
you have
do
like
it.
your stand. I'm not gonna stand up, but I'll kind of show you.
Don't
so, like,
objectify him. She's a human.
Do it.
Did you just objectify my body?
Yeah.
You have a quarter turns, right? So like you stand, it's like an art form. It's very fucking cool. So like you have front relaxed, you turn, you show from the side. You're trying to show the taper from your shoulder all the way down to your hips. You go to the back, you do the same pose. You're pulling your legs apart, so you have like the quad sweeps. You're basically trying to show every part of the muscle, and there's certain movements that you do that bring out the striations and all.
Well, show us. Come on.
I know.
Dude, you won't be able to see it.
So to say that
we can see it. We can see it right next to you.
Give my guy Christian a break, man. Come on. He's not your show pony.
Bro,
How long did that last? To say,
Do it with your shirt off.
did you have like was someone teaching you, or were you like just watching? Okay.
So my coach was actually teaching us. So my coach is a professional bodybuilder. To give you perspective on like how fucking hard that is, that would be like the equivalent of like a Pueblo kid going to the NFL and being like a national champ in college and going to an NFL.
Yeah.
So basically what that is you have local shows where like you can qualify. You have different classes. There's multiple different ways you compete. It's not just people that are going up there to see who has the biggest muscles. That's open bodybuilding. You have men's physique, which is like the board shorts. And then you have classic physique, which is like what you see with like old school bodybuilders back in the 70s. They're chasing like that golden era look. So you have all these people that compete in these local shows. You get a chance to go to the national shows, which to even win a local show in Colorado, it's a bodybuilding state. Like, fun fact. Yeah, so Colorado is a bodybuilding state. So Phil Heath.
No fatties.
Fatties for the daddies, dude. Anyway, so not to go off on a tangent or anything, but bodybuilding is just like a really tough sport to do because it's 24 hours.
Well, absolutely. I couldn't even imagine being in the gym for longer than an hour and a half.
Oh, you find ways to occupy your time. Like, you give up, and think about it, at the same time, it's not only you're spending all that time in the gym, but your social life suffers. You don't get to go out and have a drink with your friends. You don't get to go out
that's what I'm saying.
eat.
I couldn't imagine life without some Little Caesars breadsticks.
Oh,
is all I'm saying.
The crazy bread is fire.
2 bags every single time I go, and I go at least like twice.
Oh, have you guys seen how much we ate after our bodybuilding show? It was disgusting. We were all like orange because you have like the spray tan and shit.
Yeah.
First of all,
did you get like shitty diarrhea and everything after that? Like, did it
shitty diarrhea?
Well, you know what I'm saying? Did you get poopy? Well, my whole
was it solid or liquid?
Not even that. Like, I just couldn't even imagine how it felt to like. Did it fuck you up because you were eating so clean for so long, and then you're just gonna eat like a whole fuck ton of meals?
It's weird. So it depends on like everyone's body's different. Like me personally, most humans are lactose intolerant. It's actually very rare that you have a tolerance to lactose. Mm-hmm. So any milk, like if you spend enough time away from it, you actually bloat like a motherfucker when you eat it. It's terrible. Mm-hmm. So what we did is we tried to like still eat like high protein breakfast and stuff, but enjoy our sweets. We were orange as fuck. We ate like 8 cereal bars the next morning after our bodybuilding show before going to breakfast. He had country fried steak and eggs with a dessert plate which was this fucking big. Nice. I had my own. Like, it was crazy. We just ate like gluttons for the next 72 hours. But believe it or not, we didn't feel like shit. We had energy because your body is so depleted at that point.
Yeah.
It sucks up everything that you put into it.
That makes sense.
It's like a dehydrated sponge getting water.
That's what I'm saying. Like, at what point, like you're saying, like, oh, like it gives me so much like self-discipline for like my own health, but at what point do you think as a bodybuilder, because from someone from the outside, I look at a bodybuilder and I'm like, that's not fucking healthy. Like, a human shouldn't look like that. So like, at what point from the inside, because you were even saying like, oh, we don't eat carbs or anything, like at the end of the day, that's not good for you, right?
You
human
don't
peak performance.
Well,
I don't care what you think. That's peak performance.
Well, like, you guys don't. So this is the thing though too. If we want to like go off on that tangent, I'll touch on this and then get back to your question. The food industry in the West is so fucking unhealthy. So it's just like you pick your poison. Like, we're carb addicted. You don't need carbs to survive, especially when you have excessive body fat on you. No, I get it. Like, honestly, it's part of our culture. I love food. Mm-hmm. And that was the hardest thing. The hardest thing for me was getting away from my family functions, which I'm Hispanic, and that's super big in our culture. You know that.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
It's
you missing out on some grandma's tacos. You disrespectful as fuck.
I think the hardest part for me is when I had to eat a fish meal, like a white fish meal with asparagus, while my family had smothered burritos and enchiladas, and I was like,
all I would have done is just that needed my cousin.
I was, and honestly, like, I'm the type of guy that gets hangry, but like at a certain point, you're just so fucking miserable that you're just like, you're barely.
This is your new normal.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So to answer your question, there comes a certain point where bodybuilding does get unhealthy, and it's not about a health sport. To be honest with you, you can do it for healthy reasons. You can go on a prep prep for a photo shoot to
Right.
to just find an event. Like you want to go to the beach and you want to have a summer bod. Like that's cool. Some people just do that. You can do a cut and then maintain that weight and it be healthy. And this is the connotation. We see bodybuilding and we think that they look like that year round. Fuck no. That is stage weight is so different.
Oh wow.
Like it's not like they just look like that year round. That is where the fat is completely depleted. You can't survive that way. Like you're not meant to.
I've never thought about it that way. That makes
Tangent
sense.
off of that. Has anyone ever wrestled in
Yep.
here? Did you wrestle?
Yes, I did.
Anyone
I got a
else?
staph infection one time from wrestling.
Did you? So, question on wrestling. So I hear a lot. Well, I guess it's kind of different with you because you're maintaining your like bodybuilding in a sense, your like activity and stuff like that. But I hear a lot of people that after they are done wrestling, like out of high school, more so when they get into their 30s to 40s, that they start getting like obese because their body was so
Yes.
Derek,
deprived of
I
a
got
lot of things
ringworm.
while they were here. That's what I was gonna say. He probably got ringworm. It's like he probably had the fucking what is it the with the ear
Cauliflower ear.
cauliflower ear.
To-
I've drained a few in my time.
They're
at the
gross.
urgent care. It was fun to drain them though. I'm like,
To give you perspective on that, with wrestling it's different because you're just trying. With bodybuilding, you're not cutting weight necessarily. You're losing body fat.
well, no, that's what
So-
I'm saying. To say, like when you're in high school and there's a lot of kids that I'm sure a lot of us have seen kids in high school that were wrestling and that just had like the bottles and they just spit into it all day or they
Yes.
chew to just
So in wrestling, you're trying to make weight. That doesn't matter if you're losing body fat, water weight, or muscle, even at that too. So when you do wrestling, in my opinion, is just as unhealthy in bodybuilding, just in different ways. But that's only if you aren't maintaining the off season.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
yeah, and I guess my question more so was, and I was kind of hoping that I kind of thought a lot more you guys were going to wrestle, was to see just how it affected you after high school to say, and that's what I'm saying with you, you're maintaining your activity, you're maintaining your health, stuff like that. But that's what I'm saying with a lot of kids that I've seen that used to wrestle versus now, they are completely like a whole
they either they've either crashed their metabolism or have you guys ever watched like
that's what I'm saying. A
did
lot
you
of
guys
people have
watch
crashed their
The Biggest
metabolism.
Loser or anything like that
Yes.
growing up? So those winners have actually like gained back majority of their weight.
Actually, my
Really?
step cousin was one of. He didn't like win, but he was like one of the top, like
he was on
5
it?
on Biggest Loser. Ramon.
I remember that fat guy.
I know you got 3 different Ramones in your head right now.
No, Ramon Herrera. He was like one of the top 5 on some season of Biggest Loser. I'm sorry to call you out like this, buddy, but yeah, he definitely gained it all back.
And that's
Yeah.
the difference was that I think is that a lot of people have to have that person and be like, you need to fucking do this, you
don't
need to
fucking
do that.
slam on the table,
and I
though.
will fucking do it every
She's been doing
episode.
it the whole time.
I know, but to say like a lot of people need that person to like push them and
Yeah.
like tell them that they need to do this and tell them they need to eat it, and even say like, has anyone watched the like 600? What is it?
My
1,000?
600-pound life.
No, or the 2,000 pound sisters. Or
1,000
whatever?
pound Tammy and Amy.
Yes.
Oh
well,
my
to say
God.
like.
Them are my girls.
They need to have like someone tell them to eat some fucking vegetables, and when they do, they're like, "Bleh." You know what I mean?
you
Like,
become so accustomed. Like that's the most ironic thing about that is like you get to a certain point with dieting where like the food that would normally seem good, it's the opposite. Like you don't want to touch it.
well, that's what I'm saying. Like, throw some spinach in that bitch's cereal.
Oh yeah. Well, like I said, the diet. Like so. And sorry to go back to your question. So like the diet itself isn't so much the problem as it is the drugs.
Yeah.
So PEDs, like, so there's a huge misconception about that. PEDs are not a miracle supplement.
What are PEDs?
Performance enhancing drugs, anabolic
okay.
steroids. Yeah, so PEDs are, anyone that competes seriously in bodybuilding, it's very rare that they're natural. The people who are natural, they compete in natural shows because they have those too.
I thought they
Do
were.
they test for drugs for all?
Yeah, that's
No.
what I thought.
No.
That's crazy
No,
that they
So
why?
have
they
like
don't for anything not natural, only
Not-
natural.
only
they have
natural
a
shows you can get
special
tested.
division for that.
Yeah, they have
That's
a specific
crazy.
division for
I did not
natural.
They
know
have a
that.
steroid
Me
division.
either.
Well, it's
Well, that's what I'm
fire.
saying.
That's
To say,
sick.
so even how you said like how they're trying to maintain
They
like
should
a
have that in
70s
every
type
sport.
of body.
They should have the
Well,
steroid
yeah.
division in every
yeah.
sport.
So they don't test them either, nothing
No,
like that even.
you don't get tested at all.
Because you can't really necessarily look
so
like...
they refer to it as gear. They don't even call it like steroids or anything. They say like you're on gear. So even when you're on gear,
Fire.
I know, right? It's got a nice ring to it.
pretty sick.
It's got a nice ring to
Pretty
it.
sick.
Gear.
Yeah, so like when you're on gear, like people don't run that year round. Some people do, but those are the ones who experience side effects.
She said, wipe that
Like,
yourself.
Shit's crazy, bro.
So
But to answer your question, yeah, it gets a lot more unhealthy
I don't want to
when,
be mean.
Sydney has a question.
when you get into the professional.
Be mean.
I don't want to have a mean question, but like
Be mean.
Be mean.
Go ahead.
We'll pack you out.
not necessarily you personally, but have you known anyone?
Do
'cause you
steroids
say-
make your wiener smaller? Is that what you're
Yes,
gonna-
like side effects. Like, does it make your dick small? Like, does it stop your growth? And no, like, I'm not saying because
Yeah.
it depends on what time you start though. Because like, I had a lot of friends that were doing it like 7th grade. Well, baby, you're in 7th grade. Like, I know that shit is like maybe 4
Why were they
inches.
doing it?
So,
Why were they
like,
doing it in 7th grade?
Bro, because they thought that they were hard, dude.
Oh
like
my
they
God.
thought they
Okay,
were
can I
hard
answer
little
that?
football
Because
players.
I
at
give an answer before
college.
Yeah, go ahead.
Little did they know they were never
So
going to be
Holly,
hard
that's
again.
why.
So what I would just he's still gonna answer it. I just told him that I want to have a little input before it. So my input only is that misconception is that your dick's gonna stay the same size. You are gonna get bigger, therefore you're gonna look a lot smaller in a lot of senses. And some people are like that. But then again,
But-
if you're gonna fucking go that young, that
Exactly.
definitely has
That's
a
what I'm
play
saying.
into
Because
it.
like I'm saying, like if you start it like when you're already like 20, 21, like you're already you know, you're like almost there. You're probably not all the way there, but you've already got there enough.
'Cause a lot of
let me
kids start
shine
in-
some light on the situation.
But I like my
So-
friends
That's
were
what I'm saying.
doing well.
Prove
My
me wrong.
middle school
It's
friends
not
doing
even-
like 7th grade.
Well, it's not even about proving you wrong. So like it's a spectrum. It's not like a one size fits all thing.
Whip it out.
Dude,
Derek is quick to ask this guy to get naked.
I know.
Dude,
I'll take your shirt off.
See it.
yo, we got
I
a
know.
Patreon going. We need a Christian fucking a naked interview going. Come on.
Let me get
You would
past
have
my
to make the
details.
last
Blurred
30
out,
minutes of the
everything's all-
episode like
Derek's
exclusive.
he's
Paid
desperate to
only.
get that
Blast it on the
Patreon up.
OnlyFans, Street Champs OnlyFans.
There you go.
So to answer your question though, so there's a spectrum to it. You have anabolics that do a number of things. So the chemical in humans that allows them to grow or stimulates growth is testosterone, especially in men. Now
Could it make your dick bigger?
it definitely can increase your libido by like a motherfucker. Like your blood flow will probably be increased, so you might be harder, you might be longer, and you might just want to fuck all the time.
What I heard,
Yeah.
I was watching
So-
some porn podcast. What I heard, to make your dick bigger, you need to have more boners. You need to be harder more often
Like, extend your
the
shit.
capillaries in your dick, like they
like it
expand.
stretches the
They
muscle.
expand when you have more boners.
Yeah.
So that's what porn stars will say. Is like you just got to spend more time throughout the day hard.
Have you seen those fucking porns with those dudes that like some fucking schlongs, dude?
Yeah.
You want to know something fucked up about
It's
that?
scary. I'm like, I could never like that. There's a difference between like a decent sized dick.
And there's
I know you're just like contradiction.
Yeah.
Decent size.
But then there's those dudes with like those ones that are like, holy, like,
Yeah.
God bless those bitches
What's
in
the
that
biggest
porn.
dick you've ever seen?
On
I
camera.
peed the fifth.
On camera. We'll say on camera then.
On porn, I've seen some big dicks on porn on camera. That's the most I'm gonna elaborate on that.
I know we
That's
don't
the
gotta
most
rat
I'm
you
gonna
out in
elaborate on
person.
that.
Yeah. They also say like a sign of a healthy man is like if you do like wake up with a morning wood. They say like because if
Doesn't
you
that
If
happen
not,
to
it
every
don't
guy?
work.
no, not every guy. If you have a low
just-
I've
libido,
experienced
it's due to like
both.
low testosterone.
I've experienced both, yeah.
Yeah.
There's some like one of the people that I used to be with, every single fucking morning, sting. And I'm like, does that like to an sense? I was like, does
And you
that
fuck
not
it.
almost
You fuck it
hurt?
every You fuck. You fuck. You were fucking.
We were fucking.
Derek's trying to get into the nitty gritty.
I know. I was like, yeah, we were
I want
fucking.
to get the deets, dude.
But then I've been with other dudes to where it was like, we'd wake up and it was like really like
Not hard. Like
not
you
hard,
were not
crazy.
fucking.
And but then we could like make it hard.
I thought you always just wake up with a
That's what
boner.
I thought.
Me
But then
too.
that's when I started like, I don't even know if I was just like talking about it, and you know how your phone just like starts bringing up shit. And so I
Yeah.
don't know if it just like
Hard
my
cock.
little FBI agent. But then I started like seeing like articles and like stuff about that, like even on like my Facebook and my Twitter, and I was like, what the fuck? And I read one, and yeah, it was definitely telling me shit like that too. So I'm like, yeah, that
That's
totally
crazy.
makes sense. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
My little FBI
It's also
agent
healthy
looking
blood
out for
flow
me.
though too. Like, I don't know, it's crazy. As your testosterone rises, there's a lot of things that happen in the male body as well. But yeah, so steroids are not all the same at all.
Damn.
Yeah.
Evan's heart be pumping in the morning.
Yeah. The
I
throb.
gotta turn around because I'm like, damn, you're bruising my leg.
Evan got the meat.
Is that my vape in your pocket? Or are you excited to see me?
Evan got the meat.
I mean, he does okay.
Whip it out, dog.
Oh, he does okay.
How are you gonna say
He
that?
does okay.
We're all happy 3-year anniversary. She's like,
Yeah.
he does okay.
Oh, did I say that in
The
the
big
wrong
ones
way?
hurt, babe.
Yeah, the big yeah. I like yours.
Yours is perfect.
The big ones hurt. Yours. I can't take any more than that.
Yeah. She's like, what's porn? What's
This
a
is
big
all
dick?
I'll ever need.
No, you know.
I was like, I thought yours was the biggest. No, I'm just kidding. No, I was talking about boners. Whenever you said like,
So were we.
whenever you said like, all guys don't wake up with boners. That's what I'm saying.
I
Like,
never wake
They
up with
only
a
don't
boner.
wake up
His
with
heart-
boners
I
if there's
never
like a
wake up with a
health
boner.
issue.
You're saying
Like-
he's a healthy man.
yeah,
Yeah, he's a young healthy man.
He
With
definitely
a perfect
doesn't.
penis.
He doesn't have anything wrong with his blood.
Dysfunction, you should go get checked
I
out.
never wake up with a boner.
Yeah, so if you don't wake up
Like-
with the boner, go to
Deryk-
your
I've literally like.
I don't think you
You're
needed
a
to
cat
even
man.
say that. I think we all just assumed.
Yeah.
Me?
We already figured you didn't get no bitches, so you had to.
No. Yeah.
Who ain't got no bitches?
Yeah. I get like the opposite of a boner. I'm like super tiny. Like.
He's got an innie.
Derek's like,
It's just like that.
Yeah.
It just deflates. It's just a flab of skin.
Yeah.
Gross.
what happened to my foreskin?
You have foreskin?
No, fuck no.
Oh. Are you talking shit on foreskin?
Nah, dude.
Is anybody here
I
uncircumcised?
know, are you who's uncircumcised?
Sean?
Anyone?
Sean.
No, but
You're
no.
uncircumcised?
Oh, the hoodies are off, dude.
Yeah.
He's circumcised.
I'm circumcised.
You're circumcised?
Yeah, yeah. I'm white. I
She
fuck.
had to
But
think
you
about
know
it
what?
though.
I get a lot of
That's how big my dick is.
She's like, there's more?
There's more. It's like Billy Mays. He's like, but wait, there's more.
It's like unwrapping a
Okay, no,
present.
but what I was gonna say is I get a lot of uncircumcised patients that are so like boys are so fucking unhygienic. Some, I'm not gonna speak for all, but some are very unhygienic.
And you are.
And a lot.
She said boys, not
fuck
men.
No. True. But that's what a lot of them are. They're usually like 17 and under. Don't fucking shower, just smelly ass stinky boys, and a lot of them are uncircumcised, and they get like fucking yeast infections. They get all these nasty ass infections because they don't shower, they don't clean their shit. And I'm like, if you're gonna have your child uncircumcised, teach them hygiene, please. Like, that is so gross. Imagine being like their girlfriend or something, and you have to go, like, you're gonna go look at your man's dick and he has a yeast infection down there because
I just think
That's
young
flavor.
boys just don't know how to wash their dick.
and I feel like that kind of goes
Or their
into.
I don't.
Or their ass.
White people
Amen.
don't know how to wash their. I'm sorry.
But
I feel like she's calling out a certain somebody.
I feel like common courtesy when
I'm gonna say black people don't know how to wash
do
their
you just
ass.
let the water? Do you
It's the
let the
same
water
shit.
run through your ass crack
I
when
was
you're in the
just
shower
gonna-
and count that? Hey, do you let the water run through your ass crack? This goes for all you guys.
Do you open your
hold
ass
on.
cheeks?
No. Do you let the water just run through your ass crack and
Fuck
let
no.
that count as
Fuck
like washing
no.
your ass?
I never
scrub
open
it,
my
you
butt
scrub
cheeks.
you scrub it and
You
then
scrub
you let it
Yeah,
rinse
with your
out
hands.
Do you
afterwards.
spread your ass cheeks?
Yes.
If you open your butt cheeks to anything, that's sus.
Oh my god. Derek's got a smelly ass.
Yo, my butt
Whoever
cheeks
eats Derek's
never
ass
been
is
open.
nasty.
My butt cheeks, my cheeks never been
Nothing's
open.
ever touched my butthole.
Yo.
That's gay.
And that's on street checks.
Not even toilet paper. You wipe your ass, that's gay.
Yeah, that's gay as fuck. That you put your finger next to your ass, bro. That's gay as shit.
I'm like, you dirty little bitch.
I don't even shit. Nothing comes out my ass.
Facts.
I don't even
gay.
shit because I don't want my butthole to get too loose.
Okay, none
That's
of you guys
gay.
use bidets though, right?
Have you ever used one?
I spit in my own ass.
That's all we use. So like Muslims.
That's all you use? Oh, I'm so jealous.
I've used one.
used one once.
So like
It was the greatest experience I've
days are
ever
fire.
fucking had.
I always wash with water. I never like not wash just done toilet paper. That's my point.
I
Is,
wish I
like,
had a bidet in my
TMI.
house.
That's the thing.
No, but these are dope. Like,
don't
for
have
real.
a
They're
bidet.
hygienic as fuck.
It's a little scary the first time you use one because it like shoots water.
It like shoots water inside you. It's kind of weird.
It's kind of it's like
Just
you
rub a
ease
little
into
bit.
it, it's not that bad.
I don't have a bidet, but I always wipe with baby wipes
I
after
have
I
little
take a shit
towelettes that you
because
could- yeah.
because that's just
See,
like
guys don't do that.
and I never
I've done that since I was like 5.
Did we
White
talk? We
people are
talked
less
about
unhygienic.
when one of my
I'm Mexican.
I
we
read
talked
white.
about on the last episode. One of my ex's friends, whenever he would shit, even if it was at our house, he would shit naked, and then he would shower. No matter where the fuck he was at, he showered at our house. After, just because he took a shit, like he had to feel that clean. But I'm like, dude, that's kind of what a bidet made me feel like. Like I
Right.
just fucking was like,
No,
Yeah,
so
you're
like,
like,
friends.
it's a shower for your ass.
yeah, literally, I was like,
My ass is fresh.
This is the way
shit.
this is the way I think about it. Like ever since I started using baby wipes to wipe my ass,
How long have you been doing it?
probably like a year. I don't know.
Good for
I'm new to the
Disgusting.
game, but like.
Amazing. Are you kidding
But
me?
like the thing is that
Only a year.
when you think
dried poop
So,
in your ass,
all right,
Deryk.
this is the way I always put it. It's like if you were like say changing a baby's diaper and you got shit on your hand, would you just wipe that shit off with toilet paper or would you wash your hands?
Wash my hand for sure.
Exactly. So do you want that? You're not gonna clean shit off of your hand with a dry ass toilet paper.
Derek, so if I can't see nothing on my hand, it's not there.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah.
No, also you
Diesel.
gotta think about butt sweat. Like your butt is gonna sweat. That dried poop is gonna drip.
Okay,
That is
butt
gross.
sweat.
Okay,
Butt
so
is
okay,
butt
my
sweat.
whole thing,
Okay,
my whole thing
hold
is I
on,
know,
Derek.
my whole thing is I
suffer-
know my asshole's waxed, so I don't gotta worry
Yeah, I
about
was
that.
about to say, I was about to
know
ask,
your
like, you
shit's
guys
not
shave your
waxed.
ass?
No, I don't
suffer
shave it, but I wax
from-
it. But what I'm saying
who you
is,
speaking for? How do you know my asshole's not
A
waxed?
hairy butthole.
Is it bleached?
Is it? Is
I
your
don't know
asshole
about
waxed or
y'all,
bleached?
but I was just talking about how sweaty I was earlier, and that's another good point she just brought up. I suffer from chronic swamp ass.
Facts.
Bro. Like, and if you're not wiping that sweat off your ass, like, you gotta wipe the whole crack when you take a shit.
all the way up,
Back to
Yeah.
front.
Okay, Derek.
front to
That's a
back.
man thing. That's a man thing. You know, most
Fuck that.
men.
Who wants shitty balls?
No,
my
a lot of
God.
women do back to front, and a lot of women come in for fucking E. coli
No,
UTIs.
you guys
And
front
the
to
only
back,
way-
ladies.
The only
Yeah.
way you can get an E. coli UTI is if you wipe back to front
If
because
you
you're
get
bringing that shit up
into
to your
your
front
urinary
and
tract.
that's the only way
Yep.
you can get an E.
A
E. coli
what?
UTI. E. coli UTI, and the E. coli is literally the bacteria you find in shit. And
Yeah.
that's literally the only.
Did
way.
you know it?
Always front to back, guys.
Front to
Dude,
back.
did you know that like most men literally wipe back to front?
Yeah,
Like, that's
and then
super
it dries up
common.
in their goose.
Funny story.
That's what I say, but
Actually, my dad's friend, like just like a few years ago, had to go to the doctor because he said his balls were just hurting so fucking bad. Well, guess what? His balls were fucking like just crusted with fucking shit, bro. Okay. Yes, like I know that's disgusting, but y'all were
In
already
nursing
gross
homes,
anyway.
I see that shit all the time. If you've ever been a CNA, you'll see that.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. And all I'm saying is, men, if you guys have the option to get a bidet, get a bidet.
Parents, teach your sons fucking proper,
Proper
hygiene.
hygiene.
Jesus
Yes,
Christ.
literally.
Oh my god.
And then like the
No,
wrinkles of
no.
the ball
get your
sack is just
assholes
dry
bleached.
poop.
Oh yes! Oh,
you know
What's
what?
it called? Manscape.
I don't even wanna
Manscape
think
your
about it. That's
asshole.
gross.
Manscape your gooch. If you fucking grow hair there.
You know
Manscape
what?
every. Don't be
A man goes
paranoid.
like everywhere. You gotta manscape everything, dude.
Everything.
You know what? That is the
So,
problem.
you know-
If I were to ever have some guy drop his shit and he had crusted shit on his balls, I would throw up on his shoes, everything right then
And
and, there.
leave.
Are you? Yeah, absolutely. Sorry.
You know what? That is
What?
the problem with single moms in this country. We need these men to step the fuck up because it's too many men being raised by single moms that don't know how to clean a nutsack. So these men need to step up in this country and teach their sons how to wash their dick and balls.
Thank you. And wipe fucking front to back.
Front
I
to
don't
back.
care who you are. God damn it.
fuck.
Imagine if you went back
These
to
men
front
need to
as a
step
man
up.
and you got an E. coli UTI. There's men that get UTIs like that.
That's gross.
Yeah, I got a UTI one time.
How did it go for you?
I ate a cranberry pill and my pee turned all red.
That's not the
That's an
cranberry pill,
azo.
actually. Yeah,
That's
that's
an
that's the
azo.
painkiller for it.
Oh, I took a what? What did I take?
An azo, it's like kind of an over the
Or
counter thing. A lot of women.
Uricalm, Urostat, Uramax.
Because you guys know my
Azo.
body. My body, my choice, right?
Hey, as a
Obvious-
woman,
Don't start that.
women get like 10 to 20 UTIs throughout their life, and as a chronic
That's 'cause they're wiping back to
sufferer of UTIs, I know exactly what you're talking about. One time I made Evan take one of my UTI pills just to show him the piss color you get. Like, it is so weird. It comes out bright orange. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
some are orange, some go green, some go like dark red.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that like a metric for like where your acidity is at, or is it just different per person?
couldn't tell
It's
you.
just
I
the
just
medicine. It
depends.
Okay.
depends on
What
the
is
medicine.
what is your? I've never had a UTI to say.
Really?
I've never, but I've known a lot of women. I have a lot of to say elderly patients to say easy UTI symptom confusion, dizziness, fevers.
Well, in
and
the
kind of
elderly,
like, yeah, but
all
to
the
say
symptoms
like
are gonna be
20
like-
yeah, 20 to 40 is usually either abdominal pain, lower back pain.
It could also be like a lot of acid.
And
in
a
the
lot of them
stomach.
get like what's called dysuria, which is just when you're having pain urinating, burning or sharp.
It's actually when the acidity is lower in your body. Like, the higher your pH is, the less acidity to kill off all the bacteria. So, like, for me, I'm just like super sensitive to UTIs. So, like, first of all, they don't teach you this as a young girl, that you have to pee after sex. Like, it took me my first
they
time.
shouldn't teach you that as a young girl. You know, like,
we
Are
literally
you
just
kidding
talked
me?
about. There's a lot of girls that lost their virginities at what, like
so
13 to
unaware of
16.
shit.
what age
Right,
did you lose
yeah.
your virginity?
We talked about. I talked about on Still Spicy. I was 18.
I was 15.
I was 13.
But like, for me and a lot of girls I know,
She's
that
like,
like
also virgin.
peeing after sex is not enough.
Go Sydney.
Every time I have sex, I have to pee and then like wash my shit off with like warm water. Like, we have a cup in our bathroom that is the sex cup.
Okay.
And so
Diva cup. And he drinks
that's
out
a
of it.
different thing. That's a different thing. Anyways, we're a
feel like we gotta go
popsicle
on that.
household. We're a tampon household in my house. Just because I'm too scared to use the Diva cup, I feel like it'll leak when I'm at work. But anyways,
You go upside down and it's just all like Spider-Man on your
What
face.
the?
No.
I taste like
Are you
pennies
talking-
in my mouth.
The thing that you stick up there and it just
The Diva cup.
catch the blood.
The little silicone cup.
Yeah. So
You put it in your cooch.
yeah.
You
and
never
it's
heard of that?
supposed to-
It's like a shot
I have
glass.
the
Coochie
next
cup.
one on, so I don't get periods. I haven't had a period in
Oh,
like
shit.
4 years.
Yeah, it's a little silicone cup with a stem that you like fold it in half and you shove it up there, and it is so much healthier
know.
for you. It causes
one.
like a fraction
It
of the
just, like,
bacteria.
Is it in your butthole or what?
Yeah, it just holds the blood, and you can keep it in there for over 12 hours. Whereas a
You can just
tampon,
get a larger size, by the way, if you.
I know, I'm just scared. Okay, so
I have the biggest one.
the thing is that like
I am like so. That sounds so scary, but that's scary.
no,
It
it's
is
so
actually,
much
though,
better for
it's
you.
supposed to relieve pain too.
Yes.
Because of like the kind of the pressure it puts on.
And
like,
tampons
the way-
cause so much dryness and
So,
bacteria.
like-
There's a lot of people that can go into like, well, a lot of women that have gone into like toxic shock over some
Yeah.
septic shock.
Like yeah, well, I have endometriosis, so like everything.
and they help with that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, my period lasts a day. I don't really need
really?
nothing but like a panty liner, if anything. Like I'm
Okay.
so it's not bad, but like
I
my
know your
pain is fucking
yeah.
bad for like 2-3 days. Like it's
Yeah.
horrible. Like
And that's
don't
what I
want
was
to move.
talking about on the Still Spicy episode is that I got my Nexplanon on because my periods would literally trigger like the worst migraines. I
You
would
ever had it
never-
taken
Yeah.
out?
Huh?
There's a lot of like issues with like scar tissue
Infertility and stuff like that.
and like, but like the scar tissue, even getting it removed.
So
Jesus Christ, no one wants to hear about fucking.
my
fucking
God.
People do. Okay, like,
fucking
okay,
pregnancy
right.
protection. What the
Urgent care
fuck?
story.
No one wants to
Urgent care
talking about pregnancy protection.
Yes, they do. There's
This-
the late. This one's
You
for the
still have girls that watch
ladies.
this
Urgent
podcast,
care
Derek.
story. I had a
I guess,
patient. I had a patient come in and she had the Nexplanon and her muscle grew over her Nexplanon.
I've seen
And
that.
She was a
dude-
bodybuilder. And it was actually Christian.
Honestly, she was an EMT and she said she did work out a lot and it worsened after she got out done with her workout and it was her shoulders arms day or some shit like that. But so what had happened was her shit. She literally had arms.
Look at those
They're
muscles.
probably okay. Okay, a bitch.
Look at the striations in those forearms, dude.
Oh, don't even
Hit that pose. Just
shit.
fucking.
Don't even
Oh,
go
yeah.
there. No, you see that little line coming in?
Oh yeah.
I've been going to Planet Fitness for like 3 weeks straight.
That's
Okay,
what's up.
I'm just kidding.
You're so strong.
So say she's about my size.
She's not
Her
kidding.
the bottom part under here was almost to like about right there.
Oh,
It was so swollen. She couldn't feel these 3 fingers.
Nerve
You have-
damage?
Huh?
That was like, so she had like nerve damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I work at an urgent care. I was like, bitch, you need to go to the ER. Like, there is.
You
But
but
to
to
say-
our doctors.
But to say, like, my scar tissue on my, because I had a second one right here, so you can see both.
Shit.
these.
so you had yours removed already.
Yeah, I
And
got
then-
a new one in about 2 months ago.
From
Okay,
her birth
so it
control.
wasn't
So
like
wait, do
too
they-
bad.
do they
Yeah.
put that? So you said that she had it in her muscle.
So it's, can you see it right here?
Yeah, I
like,
can see it. It's like an.
it's
It's like an.
muscle
It's like
weight.
an. Oh, so it actually
grew
goes.
over her
She's
muscle.
re-
So
she's ready for the
inserted,
nut.
so it's inserted into the thinnest layer of the skin, under the thinnest
Yeah,
layer
it
of the skin,
doesn't
so that's
go
why you
into
can
your
see it.
muscle, but it grew
Hers.
over.
But
It grew through.
some women it can move up in this, and in your armpit you have a whole nerve sac up here, so if it moves up, that's why a lot of women will get like either sharp shooting pains, numbness, tingling into most likely these 2 fingers, but if it goes into these 3 fingers, it's worse.
That's why men should just get a vasectomy.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Yeah.
And
They are reversible. They are reversible.
They are, but so just to kind of shed some light on that,
Shed some light on it.
my best friend got a vasectomy, and they're very cheap to start. To do the procedure, it's $1,000.
Here you go, do it.
If you
And
want
that-
it,
and
if you
your
want it
insurance covers
reversed,
it?
it's $14,000.
It is a lot harder to get a
It's so much harder to
I will say
reverse.
that.
It's easy to do, but it's very expensive, and the results are so inconsistent when you have it
Yes.
reversed.
Shout out
Speaking-
Christian
yes.
for enlightening my girlfriend.
Yeah, the results aren't
If
like.
it was that easy, I would say fuck yeah, let's do it. Like if there was a chance where
Have you ever looked into getting a vasectomy?
yes, and
Wait,
my
wait,
best
before
friend,
we get into
friend.
vasectomy, wait.
Hold on.
Before we get into vasectomy talk, gotta keep on schedule. You know, speaking of meat, if I'm eating meat, I'm only
Or
eating
slanging meat.
If I'm eating meat, Christian's vasectomy, no sperm meat. I'm only eating Nana's barbecue, and that's Nana's fucking barbecue. They got the best home style barbecue you ever had in your life, just like grandma used to make if you're white. Because I'm Mexican, my grandma used to make barbacoa and shit.
Yeah,
So my
shit.
grandma didn't
Throw
make
that
that
pig
shit.
in the ground.
But I had white friends. So, all my white friends, we knowing what's good with Nana's barbecue. Best coleslaw ever in town around. Open 7 days a week, located in the Pueblo Mall, right next to Boot Barn on the outside. Just like you should be coming on the outside of these bitches with the next one on or whatever. On the outside. So, that's Nana's barbecue.
Open 7 days a week.
How would Nana's barbecue feel about you just like intertwining?
Vasectomy sock and then
Oh, no,
talking
they're
about
cool with it.
slinging
They're
meat.
cool with
Yeah,
They've been
Ricky
knowing.
brings that up every episode, and I'm like, you know what? They knew what they were getting into.
Yeah, they know.
So
When
back
they
to your
sponsored us.
vasectomy.
So
No, we got
like
one more ad. We got one more ad.
oh.
We got one more ad,
One
and it's for Rocky Mountain Blaze.
Ooh.
Because I know everyone
blunt?
here be smoking. Where's the blunt? Where's the blunt?
Where's the blunt?
It's out. It's time for Derek
It
to roll another one.
doesn't
It's right
exist
here.
yet.
Yep.
And we're going to be rolling
Roll
up
it
another
up.
one with only the finest marijuana kush from Rocky Mountain Blades. The best THC testing 30% and higher. If you want to smoke and you're in public Colorado or surrounding areas, you better go to Rocky Mountain Blades. Because if not, you're a fucking retard. So,
No,
Okay.
no.
You're a pussy if you don't go to Rocky Mountain.
oh my bad. You're a
Cross the
fucking
line,
stupid
cross the
fucking
line.
idiot. You're a stupid fucking idiot, not a retard. My bad.
Stop saying it.
Okay.
Can you just
Okay.
leave it there? Just go to
My
Rocky
bad.
Mountain Blaze.
Okay.
If you're
Rocky
in
Mountain
Pueblo,
Blaze, we love
have
you.
a good
Located
night.
in Pueblo, West Colorado.
Add over.
Yo,
15%.
whose podcast is this? Dude, this is not a fucking stupid idiots podcast. And I'll fucking and I'll say no. I said if you're not shopping there. Anyway, so you're gonna want to go to Rocky Mountain Blaze, and you're gonna want to mention Street Champs and get how much off, Winston?
I think 15%, bro.
15. I don't know if we could do that, bro. I think we got to keep the lights on around here. I think we got to do somewhere around 5%.
Nah, bro. The fans have been loyal, bro. They've been a day one sponsor. We got 15%, bro. I think we can pull it.
We gotta do it to him.
I won't be able to keep the lights on around here though.
Bruh, you
Fuck
already
your
can't keep the lights on. I've been helping you. Fucking, we got this shit.
You're right.
bro.
I'm already
gonna keep helping you.
I'm
Well,
already
we
poor.
already don't have the fan
Yeah.
on, so it's like.
You're right.
15%.
GoFundMe for Deryk's fan.
I'm already poor. It's 15% off. We're gonna give you guys 15% off just because we fuck with you guys. 15% off. Mention Street Champs of Rocky Mountain Blaze.
Maybe I'll go.
Now back to
sorry.
your daily vasectomy talk.
Okay. So yeah, like I was saying.
ASMRs.
So
I've always wanted it. See. Shabby do wop wop.
That's how I do my mic check. That's how I do my mic check.
That's what
I'm
I
like,
do. And
brrrr,
so
pop,
me and
pop,
him,
pop, pop.
I was like, "You're gonna play something later," and then I was
dude,
like,
bring your guitar out.
"Was sorry."
You should end us off with the song. Play us out. Play us out.
Yeah, I told him I was like, before he ends, I
What
can.
is that?
Oh my god. Multiple talents.
Oh, shoulders.
Give us a beat and let's spit over it.
I already told you.
I already
freestyle.
spit my best bars that one episode.
That was a good one.
Give us a beat. I'll freestyle
I can
over
never
it.
do
gonna
it again
freestyle?
because I'll
Alright,
never
yeah,
top
give me a beat.
it.
I'll freestyle over it.
Oh god.
That isn't that one.
Try not to use any slurs.
Okay, go.
Yeah.
All right, who's gonna freestyle? Who's gonna freestyle?
Me,
Deryk
all
is-
of us.
No, I'm not freestyling shit. Only Deryk's freestyling.
Winston's
I'll
good.
I'll try and freestyle.
Winston's
Okay,
good.
okay.
Delilah's good.
I'm not
God.
good.
Okay, who's going first? So we know. What's the rotation?
Derek-
so we
I'll
know?
kill that
Deryk's
shit.
going
I'll
first.
kill that shit.
Okay, Deryk first, Delilah second, Winston third.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Best for last.
No, not me.
Okay. All right. I'm chilling here with the street champs. Damn, I'm putting. Fuck, that's all I got.
Yeah.
Delilah, go, baby.
Winston, are you ready?
Can we do
No,
a different
Delilah.
beat?
It's Delilah.
Yeah, different beat. Skip that beat.
Do
No.
no.
I'll never be able to top my
That
last
was a
freestyle
good
I did.
one.
That was
a
good.
one.
That was good.
All right, Winston.
Who are you to say it? I'm gonna redo it.
No, you don't.
Is that a different beat?
Different beat.
Okay.
We need a little baby type beat.
Boom, 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 boom.
Whoever starts first gets it.
Hey,
There you go.
chillin' with the street champs. Bitch, you know we been out. Bitch, you know we been bamping it. Hey,
Oh.
damn that fuck.
I got bars. I got bars. No, I thought it's him.
Okay.
All right.
Same beat.
Yeah. No. Give me the same beat. Give me the same beat. Give me that shit. I'm chilling at the table, but shit, this ain't a fable. Cause this is real life, bitch. I'm on the mic. Oh!
Tomato.
Y'all haters. So
It was
I love the
Votes and
try. I
hoes.
mean, I respect
you.
it more because I didn't even try.
Yeah, for real.
That's good. I know
You
you
did
did
great.
that as Pobo's Got Talent. Whatever you like made multiple instruments with your mouth. That
Yeah,
was sick.
thank you, bro. I appreciate
Oh,
that.
That's dope.
You were beatboxing for Pueblo's Got Talent?
So what I do is a little different. So I have this piece of technology at my feet, and basically what it does, it records what I play.
Piece
when
of
I when I
technology.
press it again,
Loop it?
plays it in a loop. So I layer all my loops.
That shit
Okay.
was
bring your
so
guitar out.
So
Come on.
you're
Come
like
on. Play us some
MC
shit on your guitar.
Magic.
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thought he was gonna play us out.
No, we need it right now. I need it right now.
Okay.
You need it right now?
I need it right
How
now.
long we been going?
2 hours.
Jesus Christ.
We went 3 last time.
We did.
That was like 2:30.
I hate you guys.
I hate you guys.
What do we got?
singing though? Like, what genre of music are we doing?
Bro, give us
Play
your best
Wonderwall.
song.
I'm kidding.
Play Freebird.
Oh, don't be that fucking guy.
Nah, play your best song that you got.
Yeah.
Like the one that you when you take a girl over your house and you're like, look, I play guitar.
Play Tears
Yeah.
in Heaven.
Serenade somebody
It's
right
actually a
now.
good ass song.
It is a good song.
Wait, who's single here again?
everybody except her.
Oh.
Well, yeah.
And Winston.
No, I know. Literally just us.
Them. Nobody could see them.
Sean.
Are you
Yeah, he's
single?
I was like, I want to make sure I got your
By the way, Sean is single, ladies.
Sean's single ladies, even though he's not on the camera.
Him and his cheese sucks.
Just peek in.
I know. Sean, peep in real quick. Sean, you just moved here from Arizona. You gotta get
Come
some
on,
ladies.
Sean. Just real quick.
This
Show
is
the
Sean,
ladies.
Just freshly moved here from Arizona. 6'3".
Guys, he's
6'3". And you know what? If you thought
And
he was
has
cute,
some colorful socks.
he's got an even better personality, ladies.
And he has a vasectomy.
Not yet. Not
And
yet.
reversed.
So you can nut and
He
you.
has the money to reverse it. Don't you ever boom, boom, pow.
Oh, you
Ooh,
gotta
so do
tune
we
the
know what
guitar.
we're playing? Oh, okay, we're tuning.
All right.
Oh, you got that shit Bluetooth to your phone?
No, he's tuning it.
But he has it Bluetooth to
It's
his...
an app.
Oh.
It just listens to.
Okay, the most I ever dealt with that was fucking Guitar Hero, okay?
No,
Rock
Guitar
Band.
Tuna. Is that Guitar Tuna?
Guitar tuna.
Yeah.
You play an instrument?
I used to be in a band in high school.
That's tight. You're familiar.
Yeah.
What did you play?
In the band, I played bass guitar.
Okay.
But for fun, I just played
All right, he's
ukulele.
Let's
What are
get
we
it.
playing?
Don't tell us. Just get it.
Okay.
It's Tears in Heaven.
She actually, yeah, that's something I know how to do.
It is actually a good song. Oh, my name. If I saw you, I can't sing.
Keep going.
Would you notice me?
You don't sing. You just whistle.
See, you can see.
He does backup.
Yeah, none of that. So,
Can we hear you
That's
sing?
it. What the
Yeah.
Can we
fuck?
hear you sing? If you're not, you don't have to sing. You don't have to play if you don't want to sing. If you can sing, I can't talk right now.
Chill.
No, I hate when he says that because it feels like a
You just want to.
backhanded hush. Yeah.
Backhanded touch. They squeeze my head so tight.
You don't have to wear them.
This is some shit I want to hear when I'm like laying in my bed when the rain's pouring right now.
yeah, like,
sorry.
so, what is that? What the fuck
Do you
is
know
that
any
called?
Jack Johnson?
I know the riff,
Like banana pancakes?
So, what are your favorite songs that you like to play?
Yeah, play a full fucking song.
I'm gonna play snippets.
Okay. What?
I love it. I'm like, I just got so much like memories flooding back to me just you doing that.
You ain't got it like that. You don't know full songs.
I
Oh,
do.
don't you disrespect
Oh,
him.
come on, play a full song.
Okay. Well, you made me smoke,
You're on the
motherfucker.
podcast. You're on the podcast.
I can't remember that
You're gonna get at least a few eyes watching this.
If I wrote you a symphony,
You're good.
just to say how much you mean to me,
What would you do?
if I told you you were beautiful, would you date me on the regular?
Now tell me, would you?
Well, baby, I've been around the world, but I ain't seen myself another girl
Just
like you. This figure represents my heart, but there's just one thing I need from you.
Tell me, would you?
Because I can see us holding hands, walking on the beach, our toes in the sand. I can see us on the countryside, sitting on the grass laying side by side. You could be my baby, when I look at my lady, girl, you amaze me. Gotta do nothing crazy. See, all I want you to do is be my love. Don't give away my love.
My love.
Ain't another woman that can take a spot,
My love.
Yes.
My love.
Ain't another woman that can take a spot, my love. Love.
No.
Love.
I don't think we can top that.
No, I love
I
that.
like the backup singers though too.
I did. I was really
I told
fucking
you I
with
was
that.
gonna.
We did our
I
thing.
told you I was gonna.
That shit was
We're, like,
fire.
in
Thank
sync.
you,
Yeah,
appreciate it.
I know. I
Thank
was
you.
hoping you would make it. And then I lost my drink and I was like, oh.
Shit.
There's more beers in the fridge. Could someone be so kind as to get like a bunch of them?
When does this episode
Sean
end?
for the W. Another reason to go after him, ladies. He is so
Yeah.
caring and kind and giving
And he's got a big dick.
selfless.
You know what?
Derek knows
Actually-
he's got a big dick.
Actually, babe, we've heard that about Sean, right? Sean, we have heard that
His
Sean.
nickname is Big Dick Sean in the streets.
Big
ladies.
Dick.
They call him Tripod.
That's why they call him Big Sean.
Tripod.
If you know what I'm saying.
Yo, look, and he's got all
Look
the
at
beers.
it. He's
That's
6'3" for a reason, ladies. That dick is 5'4".
He's carrying-
He was meant to be. She was meant to be 7 foot, but God put that 9 inches somewhere else.
Sean's
That man is
grandmother,
slanging
if
some
you're
meat.
watching this- Sean's mother, if you are watching this, I just want you to know you raise a respectable man.
Hey,
Respect the man that slings some
I'm
meat.
just saying, there's a reason they call him
Don't.
Big Sean. No, I'm saying.
Big Dick Sean,
beer,
Miss.
man.
Sean,
ones are
what's your
good.
last name?
Their seltzers. are good.
Angela?
They're not
Miss
good.
Angela, I am so sorry. I just.
Their seltzers.
She ain't watching this.
I know.
They're beer.
No,
If you
there
are the-
are seltzers in the
He
fridge.
just clips it out and sends it to his mom.
I know. What is she apologizing for? Mommy, I made it.
The Travis Scott one.
Oh my gosh. But isn't that crazy about that fucking funeral home director?
Yeah, no, that is.
I was thinking about that
Bring
all
a few.
goddamn day today.
That's. I didn't even know about it until I read the.
You know
board.
what I seen it on was fucking
Wait,
The
what?
shade
Sorry.
room.
Wait, what? Sorry. What are you talking about?
the funeral home director.
thing.
Oh, we just talked about that. I thought.
No, but what I was telling her is that it was so crazy that I didn't see it on like a news outlet or anything like that. Like when I sent it to you, I seen it on Instagram and I seen it on Hood Ratchet TV.
I feel like Colorado's gonna keep that shit. Colorado's gonna keep that shit hush
Hush,
hush.
hush. Yep.
Because you don't want your state to be like, we were selling body
Yeah,
parts
just because we
on the Denver
literally
Post.
just
That's
got
literally-
praised for being one of the few states that are.
That is
still
literally
protecting
the
abortion.
plot of an episode of Bob's Burgers.
That's also
Like,
an episode of.
How much more ironic can
They
you get?
they say that the best place to hide something is put it in plain sight. Like look at the fucking Simpsons and all the shit they predicted though too. Like
Were we talking about it? Where were we talking about it at? That the creator of The Simpsons is like a time traveler.
Yeah.
yeah.
Believe in it?
Honestly, I wouldn't doubt it. Well, that's the thing though too. Like when you see like the shit that like actually goes on, it's like kind of hard to differentiate like what and what is not possible.
Especially with like the whole Trump thing and all of that.
Oh, it's too specific. Like
Yeah.
it chances are like I don't believe in irony. I don't believe in coincidence at all. Like it's crazy. Like I don't know. Have you guys been
Have
through?
you ever had like deja vu?
Have you ever had Mandela effect?
Have you ever been sexually molested?
Have you guys heard about the Cerner stuff?
The what?
Yes.
The
The what?
Cerner stuff?
No,
Yes,
what is
there-
that?
That's some
What,
real
what did
shit.
That-
you just say? The sternum?
CERN.
Cerner.
Cerner
Or is it
stuff.
CERN?
CERN. It's SERN.
Stuff?
So
It's not S, it's
Oh, C. Sorry.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes.
I don't know why I said S. I'm sorry. Yes, it's
Okay, okay.
CERN.
CERN stuff?
No, CERN.
CERN.
Yes.
Okay, so
but
CERN-
The topic of CERN is what you
Oh,
meant.
okay. It's
fake.
So, yeah, no. So CERN, from what I got of it, because I read a couple articles on that, they're basically like trying to tap into different dimensions.
Open an alternate, like a
Open it-
portal, pretty much.
Open an
That's the
alternate
worst
portal
one.
to another
How so?
dimension by creating
No,
black
it's the
holes
best
with
because
atoms.
They don't have flavor.
It's crazy. So they're
Just like
releasing like
vape.
vibrations, like trillions and trillions of voltage of energy to rip into the fabric of space and time.
Who is they?
CERN?
So who's CERN? Is it just like a specific person?
It's
Mike
these.
Thiel.
So who's putting these? Like, well, that's what I'm saying. How are you getting into it? Like, how, like, to say to be a believer or anything like that?
Well,
like, are
so
you doing these
do you
actions?
bel-
Like, how are you?
Do you believe in like? Do you believe in like law of attraction, energy transference, vibes,
Yes,
vibration,
yes.
stuff like that?
Yeah.
So basically, CERN, the way that it is, if they were to tap into an alternative universe,
Who's
and
they were to tap in? Who's they?
CERN.
So CERN's
Every time he says
CERN's in
30%.
energy.
No, CERN
CERN
is
is like-
is a study group. They're
Okay.
They're like they're made of.
That's what I'm
Yes.
asking.
So basically, what I got from it is there's so many things around it, like they're tapping into dark matter and trying to rip like holes in the fabric of space time and like create a portal to another dimension.
Okay.
It's pretty scary shit though too, like 'cause like that shit is very real. Do you believe in like
Kaboom.
the 10 dimensions and shit?
Yes.
Yeah, so they aren't certain which dimension you would land in, but like like everything past like fourth dimension is like hard for us to comprehend. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It stands for the European Council for Nuclear Research. And I can kind of like give you, they're just pretty much trying to uncover.
I don't trust you. I trust Winston.
Go ahead.
I trust her.
She's just reading it. Yeah, yeah,
go
yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
That's
Go,
Winston.
babe.
This is
No,
Mrs.
go,
Winston.
men.
No, go
Miss
babe.
Men
Whitney.
be like,
No,
No,
Winston.
we are
So-
women empowering right now.
Men be
You
like-
do it, Winston. Get the fuck
You're
off the
in
mic.
No, you can just give him a brief overview. He's a scientist.
I hate
So-
it
It's
here.
all
They just do research with nuclear energy.
bad.
So
Mm-hmm.
I felt like her explanation would have been a lot in more depth.
she wanted me to do it. So
He's like nuclear energy. That's
Yeah.
it. Period.
Deryk's a bully to black women.
Then do it. I want you to do it.
I believe all women. First off, Amber Heard was in the right. Amber Heard didn't.
Okay, but then there was
For real, I genuinely like I'm on like the whole empowering men to stand up and like come talk about their abuse, but we're not gonna say that he never did anything.
That's what I was gonna say. Okay, has anybody? That's what I'm saying. Has anybody actually read in it like they've abused each other?
It's not that he didn't do anything.
It was an abusive relationship to each other. They were both horrible.
The whole entire thing wasn't about, oh, did he do this to her? Did she do this to him? It was about, she released that op-ed about him and then tried saying it wasn't about him, but then said he did all that
so
shit.
So he was suing her for defamation and
character.
for and everything that he had lost
because
the
of
Disney
that.
movies. He lost Pirates of the Caribbean to be an example.
Like you're not gonna tell me that in your right mind, if someone like, come on,
he had to have hit her back.
Well, no, absolutely, but more so, what I thought was the most craziest thing out of it all is that they both agreed to start recording each other's conversations. When they both admitted to that, I thought that was crazy. Just being, you're like, they were still married, but they were recording their conversations, like because they were. Obviously,
I think the
I was
craziest
just
thing
kidding.
about
I was
that
just
whole
kidding
entire
about-
case was the fact that like I think
she shit on his bed. Oh.
well.
I thought I was waiting for that to come up. Yeah.
I think the craziest thing about that whole entire thing though is like it was a big distraction.
Two.
So remember what you and I were talking about before the podcast with all the food plants burning down?
Absolutely.
So like that shit's been going on. They just had the 97th case of things that will lead to a food shortage in the nation.
Well, just
in
like
the
how
United States.
Well,
Yes,
no, just
in the
like
United-
how
we could use a little.
So what I was telling him was that
Not
about,
famine though. That shit is fucked.
Yeah.
Like,
So what I was telling him was about 3 to 4 months ago, a doctor had brought up an article about, I think it was Canada. Want to say Canada, that was producing a lot of the wheat, a lot of the corn, a lot of the stuff like that, and they were going through, I believe it was a water shortage or something like that. They did not produce as much as they usually do per year, so they predicted that all these spikes in everything that we're seeing in our groceries and all of that is going to happen, and it's happening right now. And again, that was 3 to 4 months ago, and that's what we were talking about. And I even brought up how there was that per se incident where it was like 4,000 cows were found dead mysteriously, to say, what was it? They still were like, they were going to autopsy them, and people were trying to put it on like a UFO, but then they were like trying to connect it to like the food shortage and everything
it's
that.
one of like 90. I read the article on it today, and it listed everything with dates and what exactly happened.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, it was fucking crazy. It took me a minute to read that list because it was just a bulletin point of all the shit that's happened within the last 2 years, like right after COVID.
With cows or with what?
So cows are part of like that food shortage because they were killed.
So it was the overall food shortage.
It's everything that ties into that. It's crazy. It's just like from cattle being mysteriously killed or disappearing in weird anonymous ways to the food distribution plants being burned to the fucking ground. And like they were like back-to-back days. They took like a three month grace period, and then they started doing that shit again. Like whoever they are, but it's just like we don't believe in coincidence.
Yes. Do you believe that aliens had to do anything with the cows or the cattle, any type of farm life? What?
Yeah. Wait. What?
Do you know what we're talking about?
No, he doesn't.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Were aliens fucking cows, or were they doing something with cows?
Okay, so sir,
With CERN?
ABCD bite or whatever. What is it? ABC.
You guys are having like such a weird ass conversation that literally
It's
no
an
one.
A&B
It's literally just you guys
conversation.
talking and no one else is saying
you guys
anything.
were having your conversation and we were all here.
I was listening. So who do you think they are? Why would
So
someone burn
that was
down
my next question. Is that does anybody believe that the cattle being murdered, that even that one, what was it, like Kansas or Minnesota or something like that, where 4,000 cattle
I don't think
were
aliens
murdered?
would do that shit.
But there's been, well, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people were trying to say it was aliens because
It's because they're superstitious because people would rather put
it's
things.
been known in the past that aliens killed cattle
Yeah,
and shit like that.
that's stuff that
Been known in the past. This fucking aliens are still like
Kansas.
not.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Do they think that aliens killed 4,000 cattle because that's what's been?
I think that was a man-made thing, to be honest with you.
Absolutely.
Well, like look at if we can even like jump that a little bit quicker, because like everyone's pointing figures right now. Like everyone's always a debate about every fucking thing. Like we can't really agree on a certain thing, and I feel like it's just part of like the divide and conquer agenda. Like
For
people,
sure.
and all they're doing is like redirecting our attention to distractions that are appealing to our eyes, because the ugly truth is so much harder to just process as a mass.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. So why do you think that they are burning down these food plants? Do you think it's a thing that's being done on purpose, or it's just a coincidence? Or
You know, bro, like it's crazy though too. So history, it's repeated itself, like from the 1920s to the 2020s. 100 years later, like we're kind of going through the same thing that they went through in the 1920s.
Spanish flu.
Well, not just like
Well, even
Spanish
how we're
flu.
going into
Like there was a pandemic, recession. So like
Well, there's depression in the 29.
exactly.
sense.
So this is just happening earlier in the 2020s than in the 1920s. The thing that's really interesting about it that I find is that, you know, people don't see a trend in this. Like, and there's usually something that comes
It's always
afterwards.
a full circle.
Yeah, it really is. So at this point, though, too, like, I mean, without jumping through fucking rabbit holes on rabbit holes, because it's just such a complex thing. Like that question, it's not straightforward.
Yeah.
Because there's just so many things involved that could take you any which direction, just depending on what you believe.
Well,
to
then
be
even
fact
to
and
throw
not.
climate change into the factor.
Okay,
as well,
before we
too.
get all into that shit, yo,
That could be a 3-hour discussion on its
I know.
own.
Yeah, we've been going for a minute. Yo, anyone got anything else they want to say that's fucking... I don't want to hear about climate change. I don't want to hear about all this shit. Anyone got anything they want to say before we end this shit? That
He
is like,
doesn't like
I
climate
hate
change
Deryk.
either. What is
I
wrong
just hate
with
Deryk not trying to go with the flow. And
we've been going for 2.5 hours.
He's
You know,
a tyrant. The
we-
street champ's tyrant.
We've been going for 2.5 hours. I don't want to hear about climate change.
I do have to side with Deryk on this one.
Yeah, I don't
which
wanna-
is not something that usually comes out of my mouth.
Yeah,
But
sorry.
I feel like it was a conversation we'd have off podcast because
I'm
that can
just
go for a minute.
hungry, honestly.
Yeah.
Food sounds dank.
and we want to keep the content good on here. We don't want it
Yeah.
to just
And
be
I think some food sounds good. so-
Did you think
Well, my whole thing is that don't you invite people on this podcast to have different perspectives of things, to have different
Not black
views
people.
every single time. Yeah, except
Not black people.
She's Kanye West during Hurricane Katrina. And Deryk is George Bush.
does not care about black people. Street champs does not care about black people.
Hey, whoa,
They
Deryk.
just want to
So
exploit
yeah,
us for
I'm down to
music.
end on that.
Watch
I'm
his
down to
next
end on
interview
that
be a
for
black
Deryk.
person.
I have
live.
my best friend is black.
That's like a fucking weird
I'm making that my husband. Give him a shout out.
Mrs. Winston is my best friend.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. You're cute.
Can't even
Thank
call
you
her by
for
her name.
All right, let's get some shout outs. Let's go around the room. Everyone say their socials and let's end this shit and just chill.
Hit me up on Instagram. Link in bio.
Are you gonna put my link in the bio?
If you're good.
Hit me up on Instagram. I was just kidding. If he doesn't put my link in the bio, my Instagram's at 7marilosa. I hate Deryk, and I hope you guys have a good week.
Maritza's awesome.
I hate him.
Thanks for tuning in. Check out the Instagram. Deryk will put my link in the bio if he doesn't. It's Christian _
I will put
JAQUEZ75. Appreciate ya.
He's a C.
And I don't have shit to say. I'm hungry. Good night.
Yep. All right, guys. This has been Street Champs. You know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all that shit. Hit subscribe on that YouTube. All right, guys. Peace.